or meats.
Help if I move my bong out the way. That is for sure.
Is it just? Are you currently streaming? No, you can't stream on YouTube, right? You just record
Yeah, I'm
it.
streaming on both. Yeah, I'm streaming.
All right, I can probably watch you on the YouTube. I almost said on the YouTube like an old man. I'm gonna watch you on the YouTube.
I'm gonna watch you on the YouTube.
It don't matter. I'm not like gonna try to see. It's probably better that way. I can stay in the party chat with you.
That's fine. I mean, we're gonna be playing the game together anyways.
Well, I was gonna say if you wanted to keep playing, I don't have much time in me. If you wanted to keep playing the demon,
I'm gonna
probably,
like I said, I want to get the characters leveled up first, and then I'm gonna do the Deadite. What's up, everybody? It's Chaosforyou728, and I'm back again with some more Evil Dead the game. And of course, I'm with my boy, fucking Farslayer.
I gave you another subscriber.
Yay! I'm almost at 230. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 before the end of the year. Again, I stand firm. I'm a man of my word.
That is trippy, dude.
I am a man of my word. If I can get to 1,000 followers and subscribers on YouTube and Twitch.
I gotta shut off the YouTube app.
You can mute it.
That is fucking trippy.
Or turn it all the way down.
No, dude, because I say something and then I hear it.
Yeah, you gotta turn your phone all the way down. That's what I used to do on my phone. That's how I used to do a chat when I first started streaming.
I'll leave it on there for your algorithm.
Yes, it helps me get my algorithm because I'm the only one with this shit up right now. Oh yeah, that's right. That was Arthur. This should be fun. Excuse me. Go ahead and get out of that. I'm gonna be working on Survivor Ash. Not Survivor Ash. Wow, I am baked.
They're all Survivor Ashes.
This cartridge is freaking the bomb diggity, man. Like, holy shit.
Is it from a dispensary?
Yeah.
Good. It's the only cartridges you should use. That street shit will fucking fuck you up.
Oh, yeah, I don't get these things off the street. I know the people that are...
Yep, dispensary's the way to go, man. Pay a little more, but it's worth it just to know that the shit is fucking legit.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to pay. I only paid $25 for 2. Well, I paid $100 or $50 for 2.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty decent,
then,
actually.
I'm waiting right now. He said he can get an ounce for $40.
If you're on YouTube.
I know.
We'll talk about that.
Shit.
Yeah, you should.
They don't know who the hell. They don't know who the hell I'm talking to.
No, I know.
Talking about. They don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. Half my subscribers already
flagged.
Half my subscribers already know.
Yeah, you know, you can talk about doing rips and shit, but when you get into prices and shit, you're stepping on the line. You're not crossing it, but you're stepping on it. I'm just friendly advice. Take it. You could. I'm just dropping it there. You could take it or leave it there, man. It's all the same. I'm just looking out, man.
Oh no.
Don't matter to me one way or another. I ain't worried about me, dude. Shit. I put it this way. I could have to take a piss test tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and I'm gonna pass. And I'll leave that right there on the floor too. So I ain't worried about anybody knowing me. But at the same time, I've had to tell my kids not to be posting stupid shit on there when they're trying to get like office jobs and professional jobs and shit on their Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, your employers can look at your Facebook, you dumb shit. Well, Dad, I was like, do you see that shit on my Facebook? No, you don't. And you can be somebody like my buddy who was in construction. He never gave a shit. He owns his own company, so he can put whatever the fuck he wants on Facebook. Like, that's good for you, bro.
There's
What up, Anarchy?
It feels like someone just walked over my grave.
Anarchy. You on mute? Hello.
This book could be the most significant find of my career.
Not the only one. What's
What?
going on?
What's going on?
Can't hear Anarchy.
Is he in here?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up,
Oh,
y'all?
there he is.
Did you finally get the game?
Still drinking that?
No, I was
Little
wondering if I
bitch.
could talk y'all into playing a different game. It's
What
a nice
game? What game?
The new
I
Diablo
shall
they
fight
just came up
valiantly.
with today.
The new Diablo?
Which Diablo?
Time to
It's called
party like
Diablo
it's
Immortal.
1981.
That's mobile, sir.
It's PC, sir. The mobile
Yeah,
support.
PC and mobile. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a PC. I could probably play it on mobile, but
Is it free?
yeah. Well, I have a PC, but it's been in storage so long, and it was on the cusp of being outdated when I put it in storage. So, but I mean, I'm sure something like that I could probably play. I could probably still run that
Is it
as long as
free?
it's not like
You could
state-of-the-art.
download Discord to your phone and play it on your phone and cross-play it with us.
That would suck the juice out of his battery.
I
so
have Discord
hard.
on my phone.
You would have to plug your phone into a wall for sure.
Unless he's
Oh,
got
for
a
sure.
tablet.
Well, actually, no,
Unless he's
I
got
have
a
a,
really good tablet, then he'd probably be able to play.
I got a really good laptop charger that's like
Listen
fucking
closely.
high output.
This is
Like it
Professor
takes
Raymond
forever to
Loving,
load this
Department
up,
of
but this thing
Ancient
will keep
History.
shit charged
I know
for
now that
a
nothing
while,
can
man,
remedy
and
the
it charges
atrocity I've
quick.
unleashed. But I believe
So
I can
I have
stop
the
it.
means, although
Follow these instructions.
I'm not on too long myself because I got to try to get. I don't know what my shifts are gonna start. I just got my
Pieces
medical
of the
card
map hidden
finally.
nearby. Gather them
So
to
I'm
ascertain
going
the
back to work.
location of the
I'll
lost
probably
pages
have
of the
to tomorrow when I gotta
Necronomicon
go
and
there.
Kandarian Dagger.
We'll see scheduling.
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Dude, I just fucking went through almost
Everybody
3 weeks
relax,
of
I'm
no
on my
work
way.
because of some bullshit with my DOT medical card, if you're familiar with what those are. And fucking, so I was given a 90-day one initially, right? Because I didn't have a PCP and my blood pressure was high. Okay. So after a bunch of loops, dude, they just got rules that make no fucking sense. They're so fucking stupid. So short version is after 3 weeks, I finally got my medical card, and it's a 2-year card after all that. So like, I don't have to deal with this bullshit for at least 2 years, man. He's like, oh, your vision's good and your blood pressure's good. I was like, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell him at the last fucking place. When they're like, we need a note from your doctor. I'm like, dude, can you at least put me on the machine and take a look at it? I have the prescription in my hand.
Gun are you, what character are you using?
I'm using Arthur,
Arthur?
so I don't really care. I
What,
picked up a pistol.
Oh crap!
Just when one of you motherfuckers get possessed.
Yeah, I
beat
picked
evil
up a
with less.
pistol too. I guess I'll grab
I
this
don't give a
shotgun.
shit.
Well, I
Matter to me,
do
bro.
because I try not to
I'm all
use the
about the
same.
sword.
I try not to use the same kind of
You're
ammo
gonna
as
use-
you, so we can.
I'm not really using
So we
the.
can
If I find a
swap.
blunderbuss,
Rainmaker.
I'll pick it up. All right,
Set.
it's okay.
No, that's why.
Welcome to
Ooh,
my
that's-
channel. Thanks for hanging out.
Anarchy. Have you
Make
ever
sure
seen
to
the
follow
game
/
Hunt Showdown?
subscribe to show
It's been
your
out for a
support.
while.
These all night if I
Um,
wasn't
Yeah, where it's
evil.
like a PvE,
PvP game. Yes, man.
Yeah.
That's my jam right there.
Okay, that's
I know Chaos has it, and he just played it probably by by himself, which is
Take
a
a look at
really
this.
tough experience. That's a game, man. You get a good team of 3 with mics. Oh my god, dude, you can fucking run shit in that game. But there is a very steep learning curve between learning the game and getting your shit up there to get the good gear. And like, what I like about it is there's so many variables, man. You never know. I still to this day have a video of one of my just the funniest moments, man. Like, you know, it's not over until the fourth quarter says 0-0-0. We assumed we killed everybody in the server, so the most that you can have in a server is 12. So we thought we killed 9 other people. The reality was we killed 8, but one of them had picked somebody up. He had to have, and then whatever, we killed him again. So we fucking run the whole map. We get fucking both the bounties, and I know you don't know the game, but just say we were kicking ass, right? We get, and then you have to get to an extraction. Do all this unhindered. We're like, yeah. You get to the very extraction, we're all sitting, our 3 characters are like almost in a triangle, look at each other, and we're all like virtually high-fiving ourselves on what a great match we had. And right as the countdown's down to like fucking 5,
Actually, that's not true.
a grenade just goes tick, 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 right into the middle of all 3 of us and kills all 3 of us in one shot. Some solo player just got to fucking... Dude, oh, I love those. Yeah. But I love games like that where there's just little stories that make
The first
themselves
piece of the map
different
has been
experience
found.
every time.
Continue and find the next.
Some games I go loud. Some games I just fucking stay in the shadows listening for other people making noise. Kill them.
There's a lot more where that came from.
Yeah. You just shield check the fuck out of me. Please don't
It's a
get
great
trapped.
game. It requires a lot of skill, man, because you gotta... The key to the game is headshots. You can have the lowliest gun in the world, but one headshot drops a guy. Does not matter. But they're old-timey guns, so like you start off with like breakaway one-shot shotguns, breakaway one-shot rifles, or a Winchester that, unless you get a headshot, doesn't really do a whole lot of damage.
All in your face.
So a lot of people, some people veer away from it, and now it's been around so long that there's just a lot of really good players. I come and go. They always seem to, they're updated constantly.
He knows.
There's a lot more where that came from. Still swinging.
I'm
Who's
not
next?
salty.
How is that, Immortal?
Welcome to
Is
my
it pay to
channel.
win?
What's up? I'm not
I'm not
salty.
salty.
It doesn't get any
I don't know. I haven't played it
Go
yet.
smash.
Oh, alright.
Oh, God damn it.
No.
Hey,
So it's
one got me.
Do you have Diablo
I'm
2?
no doctor, but I'm
I got Diablo
not
3.
going out.
I have Diablo 3 as
I got
well.
Diablo 3 too as well.
The cloud of death has come over.
My character got
Oh,
tainted
damn.
though.
My only hope.
You got the
I didn't
other
know
guy,
much
too.
about the game, and you got me, man.
Before you
It's me next to you. I was sticking by you. Yeah, I played with a dude that had a hack weapon, man. Gave me way too many Paragon levels, and I'm like, this feels wrong. And sure as shit, you can't like give them up. I have like 700 Paragon levels, man. Probably only earned 200.
Good old
Like,
We need to go. They already know we're
Yeah.
here. I hear another flutist already.
Yeah.
Shit!
I'm trying to fuck my.
I already found it. I need to go to railway loop.
billion to go.
I'm trying to get to the car.
Oh no, he shot.
I didn't
Oh, I
want
really want to smash that.
to. Actually, that's
Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a goddamn good day. Job like your mama stole it.
Which mark is yours? The red? No, you're the gold.
Oh no, railway loop is
I'm going.
up
I'm going.
there. You hang a right.
Killing me.
Follow this road here.
Killing me, Petey.
And then go to the
I got
bridge.
you.
Not there you go. Catch this one. And then you're gonna want to hang a right.
Yeah, that's it. I see your marker. You like those skills? Come on, don't act like you're not
I mean, you're
impressed.
doing really good.
Right as I say that, I
Compared
crash.
to, there you go.
No.
Compared to how we,
go.
compared to how you were driving when you first started, you're doing a hell of a lot better.
Oh, I drove fine. I just, there it is.
Oh, I'm losing.
No.
Starting to split.
No.
Your team now holds another piece of the map.
I'm very
Keep
afraid
it close
right now.
and continue.
Okay. Where's Green Camp Greenbird? Oh, that's gonna be easy.
Greenbird.
Everybody relax. I'm on my way.
Probably
I think
should
we could
stop
use
at the
this.
fire.
You mean the fire I just stopped at?
Yeah.
That fire.
Laughing now, huh? Back to hell for you, shitheel.
Yeah, bro. Is that you with the chainsaw going all crazy?
Yeah, I thought I
grab
heard
it.
one of those.
Hey, come grab that.
I did.
Yeah, you can't even get it, huh?
Handgun. I need
I
shotgun.
thought you that's what you
I
were
need
using.
long
jeez.
rifle.
Drop that back. I thought you were using a hand. I could have distinctly heard you say you were
No,
using
I said long rifle. I may have. I don't know. I'm high.
Oh, wrong way.
This is all kind of close by. Camp Greenbird's pretty big though. You want to hit these houses? No, I almost hit a 10.
In 5 years, Pokemon cards will be considered antiques.
Oh. Drive them on
How
top,
does
though.
that make you feel?
Pretty fucking old since I used to buy them for my kids.
Oh,
I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Just so I could understand the cartoon that they were making me watch.
There's a remote. There's a chest back there.
If you want to shoot for it, I have no idea where the fuck this is, and I feel like
I've not seen it yet, man.
covered this area pretty fucking well.
I've panned around trying to keep an eye open.
A lot more where that came from.
Oh, I definitely have seen it.
I didn't
One
want to do
time I
this.
had over 2,000 Pokemon
Actually,
cards.
that's
Not
true.
once in my life have I actually had a Pokemon card battle.
Dude, you can think I'm full of shit, but let's just say I traded a card that I could have put my kids in college for Magic the Gathering for a card that's worth like fucking 50 cents. Because nobody knew the value of the cards. I probably shot up we used our BB guns one day when we were fucking bored. Pump action ones. Oh, dude, I shot the shit out of those shit. Dude, nobody thought they were going to be worth money.
Yeah.
Nobody did.
Your group now holds the
I
final
got high
piece
one
of the
day
map.
and shot
The
about
lost
16
pages of the
PlayStation
Necronomicon and
flip-tops.
Kandarian Dagger
Yeah,
are within reach.
you know what I'm saying,
My
man? You
plan
do
will
crazy
only
shit. You're just
succeed
like,
with
I'm going to
these
have some
items.
fun. This is a bunch of junk. I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to shoot it. Really, dude, I'm going to fucking punch you in the fucking face. Oh, you're lucky. This is the shit with, like, I wish I had money like Jay and Silent Bob. I would track down this player, go to his house, bitch slap him in front of his whole family. I know that sounds
I didn't want to do this.
So I got a holographic
You're looking
Charizard
at a
first
guy with
edition,
nothing left to
holographic
lose.
not Bulbasaur, Blastoise, a holographic Venusaur, a Champ first edition. I got a bunch of first edition and holographic
Seems
Pokemon
looking
cards
very
too.
well.
I have the original Pokemon cards, not the fossil or jungle, none of that bullshit.
Yeah.
The original ones.
Yeah, dude. You know, look up Magic the Gathering, the Arabian Nights complete set.
I had Magic
two of
Bubbles,
them.
dude. Yeah, I played Magic.
I had two fucking roommate fucking sold, dude. So I got back into it at Revised, and at that point I knew what the fuck they were worth. So there was no doing stupid shit. But then I had a vindictive roommate, and for the record, thank God I didn't sleep with her because she was this vindictive and we had never slept together. I can only imagine. Alright, I fucked up with that. If I had ever slept with this chick, it would have been so much worse. Alright, I'm a little drunk here. Not really, but that's the way it
I was
looks
gonna say,
like
that
when I'm
explains the driving.
Yeah, I got back on Revise. I had the full of Revise. I had gotten a hold of the Arabian Nights. I had 5 of the Power 9. This bitch is like, oh, I brought him to a card shop and sold him. I'm keeping the money. I lost my mind, man. I just pictured the eyes of the dude at the card shop, like, yeah, I'll give you $50 for this. $10,000 collection.
Close and hold your position.
You didn't sue her?
No, well, first of all, a little bit of a hothead where I come from. That wasn't the first line of thinking. So I wasn't sure. So I initially said, you're gonna get him back, and I went to her house to grab a bunch of her shit to hold as hostage. She knew I was gonna do that, so she had one of her little friends stay there to protect her stuff, apparently. And I ended up with fucking charged and fucking. It was not good. Yeah.
When it comes to women, sometimes it's okay to be a bitch and call the police first.
Yeah, listen, and again, it wasn't my mentality. I just went to go grab some shit of hers. Again, roommate. She's my friend's ex-wife. Like, she is not somebody I slept with. This is not a relationship.
Right.
So,
but when
I just went there to go.
Shady shit to you, you have to protect yourself because they have it planned out.
Great advice.
And so
absolutely.
it's okay to call the cops to.
But I was 19. And this was 1994, and it just didn't come to mind, man. I was full of piss and again, I wasn't even looking for conflict. I just went there to get some shit, and I respected the dude actually at one point because he's like, I'm not letting you leave here with that box of shit. And I'm like, dude, and I was with my boy who's twice my size, and I'm like, you're really gonna stop both of us? He's like, if I have to get my ass kicked, I have to get my ass kicked. I'm not letting you walk out of here without trying to stop you. I said, okay, I put the box down and I just went and wrecked a bunch of shit in the fucking house. And when I was doing that, he fucking decided to push me, and then I kind of went off. So then the problem wasn't even with him. Dude, they charged me. I'm not a big man. I got small fists. I am 5'7". I always make the joke I got Dame Leo girl hands. I put 2 holes in the wall. Now, granted, I did punch through the wall. And I broke the siding on the outside. I missed the stud. I knew where the stud was. In that moment of anger, I wasn't stupid. But I put 2 holes in the wall, and they wanted to charge me. They said they needed to replace 72 linear feet of wall. Like, they wanted to charge me like $700-800 for 2 fist-sized walls. I'm like, what? Get a fucking patch kit. So, and then I paid that stupid shit. And then they didn't have record of me paying it. So years later, when I moved back after like 10 years, I get pulled over because Rhode Island issued me stolen plates. Yes, sir. Cop pulls me over. He's like, you know, your plates are stolen. I'm like, that's a neat trick. You want to see the receipt of me paying for these plates? So while they go like, hey, right? Yeah. So then they're like, they recognize one of my friends in the car who just got out from doing a bid. They're like, oh, Mr. Kutu, how have you been? Right? I'm like, oh, fuck. They're like, you don't mind if we run everybody, do you? I'm like, no, I got my kids, dude. I was leaving like a 4th of July barbecue. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
I'm going.
They come back. Mr. Gavlin stepped out of the car. I knew what the fuck that meant. I was like, yep, alrighty. Looks like I'm going to jail. Best part, it was 4th of July weekend. That was a Friday. They held me till Monday. And the judge was, and then when they brought me to the county, that judge was still on his 4th of July vacation. So they decided to put me in the Worcester House of Corrections in Max. The only room for me was in the maximum security. That was a fun one.
They charged you a housing fee?
No, they didn't do that because eventually, this is the best part. They let me out. I go before the judge, right? They're like, do you have any receipt? And I'm like, no, I don't have receipts of that from like 12 years ago. He's like, well, you should have. Like, oh, okay.
All manner of evil spirits will sense their imminent
So I went to go make a payment like a month later. Tell me the fucking courthouse is like, no, man, there's nothing here. You paid it. I'm like, excuse me? So this is still early use of putting everything to computers. So I'm like, what did you say? Like, yeah, no, we have no record of you or anything. You must have paid it. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I just fucking spent 2 nights in a local little fucking shitty police station jail spend a third night at a fucking maximum security where the guy comes up to give me the fucking, you know, the mod rules and like, you know, don't do this. When you walk, you put a towel up so you're gonna take a shit. And he gives me the whole breakdown of, you know, like you walk to and from in your boxes. Yeah, right. And then he goes, last thing. This is how you know it's real, right? So I'm lying there, and he's like, one last thing. You sound like a good guy, and you'll probably be out tomorrow. And I don't think you have any beef in here, pre-existing beef. He's like, but I wouldn't get in the habit of laying with your head to the bars or to the outside. I was like, oh, motherfucker. Like, that's when you know shit is gonna be crazy real, right? You're like, oh.
Sleep with your shoes on, too.
Yeah. Oh, they just said that shit about, because of the floors.
Hey, you mind dropping any long rifle ammo you have?
Dude, I already gave it to you. We haven't done any.
Oh, okay.
You got it all. You got it all, big guy.
I'm doing over 12. I'm doing over 1,200 damage to this guy.
Are you in a white cell or a black cell?
With a headshot.
Oh, I was in a solitaire. I was in a single. It was like some Supermax shit. They only had one person in the cell per cell. Right. The only place. Yeah, so it was mixed because the guy that talked to me was white, but the dude that I was playing chess with was black. So, and again, I may have made a mistake right off the bat because, like you, I'm not thinking anything of it, dude. I don't give a shit. So that dude's like, "Hey, you want to play a game of chess?" When you're telling that story, I was like, "Oh man, I did something."
You have all you need to banish.
Oh no, it wasn't you. Sorry, somebody else is telling me the story. They were telling me a story where they like made the mistake of just talking to some dude, and people were like, "Oh, you can't do that." Like, what? Why can't we be friends? Like,
Race gotta stick with race.
Yeah, I like that dude, Acid or whatever. Have you seen? What's his name? He does that bit. Mexican got boots. Mexican got on boots. I'll have to look him up, dude. He's really funny. He just tells stories about what it was like in being in prison. And he said that race sticks with race. And he's like, so I guess the code word for there was about to be a riot was, you know, the Mexicans wore boots when they normally didn't wear them. So he just goes on this whole bit where he didn't know it. And, you know, he had a Mexican roommate, and he's like, dude, we were just eating lunch together. Like, we might have to fight? And he's like, yeah. And then he's trying to get away. Anyways, I'm sure the guy's bit, but yeah. You could probably find it, type in Mexican got on boots on YouTube, and the guy's fucking hilarious, right?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I lived it, bro. You forget I lived it.
No. I just... No, but this guy, him telling the story, I'm sure you know the shit. I'm just saying he's a comedian.
Yeah, I can probably do stand-up shit, too.
Yeah, no. I made him a cigarette off the bat. I did the smart thing though. The dude's like, "Oh, you want to play some chess?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "You sure about that?" I'm really good, and he was not. And he won. We'll just leave it at that.
That was the biggest mistake I did when I first got to county. Was playing chess against a OG motherfucker. And he was real strict about the rules. He wanted to play.
There is no doubt that the demon will attempt to
destroy the you had to keep notation. You touch the piece, you have to move it.
Yep.
Timed, all that shit.
You take your hand off of it.
Yep. I beat him. He wanted to double or nothing. Oh no. And he's like, "You are really good at chess, man." I was like, "Yeah, I played in high school. I went to Super Nationals, got scholarships, all sorts of shit." He got mad at me. That was my first fight.
How?
He's like, "You lied to me." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You didn't tell me you were a goddamn grandmaster, you motherfucker. What are you doing up in here taking my noodles? I'm a broke bitch. You a rich bitch." Yep, had to fight a 75-year-old man. Dude. Then I got in trouble from all the black guys for fighting a 75-year-old man. Black
yeah, they got you too, huh?
Can I ask you a question? How is somebody that's smart enough to be at grandmaster level find himself in jail? Now I'm curious.
Cocaine.
Like, all right, it's a hell of a drug. And then, in the words of Rick James,
well, I wasn't really a grandmaster. I could probably be a grandmaster if I wanted to. I'm really
dude, it takes it takes a lot of work for I mean, you gotta be super. I mean, there's really not money to. Very few people are making money in chess. You know, like you really gotta love it. Even I even actually saw a grandmaster say I wouldn't recommend anybody trying to become a grandmaster unless like.
The thing with chess is after you've played it for so long, everybody thinks that it's an infinite possible combination of moves. It's not. Even if you were to move every piece, there's roughly 734 possible moves per game if each person plays every single piece across the board in each square that each piece can.
But now you got to combine the variabilities. It changes that number exponentially.
No, 734 is max. That's max. That's the total number of moves.
Yes,
that can
but
possibly
what
be made
moves?
In a chess game.
What those moves in the order that they go in?
I'm not talking. You're right. I'm not talking about just sitting there moving your rook from D1 to E1 to D1 to E1 to E1 to E1. You know, trying to do shit.
No, that's not. I'm not. No, but first of all, that's a. You know, we both know that that's a 3 repeat. No, that's
right.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, while there is only, would you say 734? I think was the number you quoted.
Yeah.
All right. So while that's the max amount of moves that you can make, the order to which those moves are played changes. That's the variations is what changes that number.
But I'm talking about you start at 734, and then you add in after each move the probabilities of the next set of moves, and that number constantly and drastically starts getting reduced. And then you look at patterns, and you look at openings, and you look at mid-game, and you look at end-game. And then as you are playing the game, you see a lot of people want to think 5 to 6 steps ahead in chess. That's not how you do it, because one move, next thing you know, your plan A, plan B, and plan C got all fucked up because someone moved a pawn instead of moving a knight like you thought they were going to. The easiest way to play chess is
you're playing it. You're playing like tactics at that point. Then
right, it isn't a pattern. It isn't a algorithm. It's basically a percentage. Like there's only a certain percentage of what each piece can do and what each piece is going to be moved. It's kind of like playing a really good game of chess against someone that's really fucking good is like playing poker.
Yeah, so that's what I was getting at. So while there is only that, there's also the human element, and you got to take into consideration that even on the grandmaster level. So if you were to look at, this is an area where I can actually know. So when you look at like the grandmasters, what moves they're doing. Actually, run this one without me, bro. But what I'm saying is, so you look at the percentages, right? And in certain, so I'll watch game by game. And so on what is it? What's the app? Chess.com? No, that isn't it. Is that? Fuck, I forgot the name of it. Hey, honey. Anyways, you can analyze other games, and they'll show you what the major.
On YouTube too.
Yeah, not on YouTube. I'm not watching it on YouTube. It's a. Fuck, I'm gonna make me find my phone now. Hey, all right. While I'm looking for my phone, so basically, when you're watching the videos, I guess the video. People make videos watching it, so the same thing. You can see though that there's certain moves with a low percentage of winning that certain grandmasters will play it's unorthodox. So like I know what you're saying. Like there's only so much you can do. You know, there's only so many ways. That's why a lot of people give up. You know when to knock over your king, because like you can just see the board. Like, yep, that pawn's gonna pass. There's no way I can stop it. There's no way that he's going to get a pass.
It's not even like it. Once you actually learn chess and you know all the possible combinations, moves, all the openings, the mid games, the strategies, you sitting there and looking at your opponent and you know that they know what the fuck they're doing and they're as good as you. It's pretty much you know who's going to win after the 5th move of the game.
Ooh, that's
I am being dead.
I mean, I know I was only like, at best, I think I was close to a 1700 rated player. So, I mean, I know that I'm...
All right, so you're decent.
I'm top level intermediate, you know, like, if I'm in intermediate, but I'm on the higher end of the spectrum. I'm not at the very top, but yeah, I'm decent.
My final rating at a Super Nationals when I was a senior in high school was a 3150.
Very good.
I
You see, I didn't have the
also.
luxury of like we didn't have the chess club or any of that shit at my school.
Oh, it was brand new when I got in high school. Like originally, I played football. I was a linebacker. I got in a bad car wreck, hurt my back.
But the ratings for the nationals, are they the same as, because that is Grandmaster? Like, is that the same as the international chess rating? No, that's different, right?
It is an international chess rating, but it varies depending on what your grade is. Like high school ratings are different than college ratings, and college ratings are different than the actual chess community, worldwide chess federation ratings. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So, like, if you picked up a chess program or you went on the, know, online,
like if you're out of college and out of high school and you join the chess community, then you are actually in the chess federation, the worldwide.
I got to be honest. Now, I'd be happy if I haven't played in so long. I'll be happy if I pick up an.
I haven't, dude. I haven't played in fucking forever. Like I can't find nobody to play. The only people I've played is like little mobile games that I found that are free, and I play.
I played this kid. My ex's cousin, he's fucking fucked in the head. His mom over medicated him with Ritalin, and this dude is just fucking tapped. Like fucking, I don't even know how to explain it, but he is special. And one day he's like, "Hey guy, you play chess?" I was like, "Yeah, Jason, I play chess." He's like, "Oh, I'm really good." And I'm like, "Okay, buddy, I'll play." Holy shit. Like, I guess he could have been, but he just can't focus. He's off the wall. This kid was like the idiot savant of chess. I've never seen anything like it. Like, I've played guys on the high levels just for fun, and he was at their level. Like, it just blew my mind because I went into it. Then it made me go, "Oh, never judge a book by its cover, man," because I just went into that shit like, ha ha ha, this kid, he's an idiot. Yeah, dude. Like, he hits.
You want to hear some really fucked up no shit story? Guess who beat me out of my top positioning at Super Nationals?
Who's that?
A 9-year-old Asian girl.
Yep.
Dude, when I say she dominated me, she made me her bitch.
Yeah, you heard me when I said you run this without me, right? Well, not to cut you off. Hope he wasn't still waiting on me.
Dude.
No, he's probably in party chat.
When she sat down at the table, I was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, I wasn't intimidated or anything. I didn't think I was going to beat her. I was just like, I thought this was high school level.
That's more painful than me losing to a 11-year-old at a Magic tournament.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, she was. I mean, dude, she was in the shit. Like, she shook my hand, told me her name. I was like, "Hey, my name's Derek." She's like, "All right, you ready to play?" I was like, "Yeah." We just started playing the game, and after about 10 moves in, I'm like, I am fucked right now. I'm like, I might as well knock my king over. I was like, fuck it, I'll play it out. And I was sitting there looking at it. I was like, surely she won't do this. She does this, and it's fucking checkmate. And sure enough, she did this, and it was checkmate. And I was like, fuck it. Yeah. I was like, cool.
Now, do you play Blitz? I'm not a fan of the Blitz play, man. And I know because, like you said, it changed. It changed. I think it levels the playing field for people that don't know how to analyze all the possibilities.
No, speed chess is good for training, and when I say training, it's good for intuitive.
Welcome to my channel.
Am I saying that word right?
Thanks for hanging out.
I know what you mean.
Make sure to follow
it's good for
intuitive.
There we go. Intuitive. It's good for intuitive chess playing. That way, instead of over-analyzing, instead of plotting and, like getting too far down the rabbit hole into the game, you have to think quick. You have to it's not like you sit there and plot for 3 minutes, move your piece and hit the button. It's, oh shit, what the fuck am I going to do to this? And you move, hit the button, move, hit the button, move, hit the button.
Yeah, I guess I was taught when I was taught it was, I guess it was kind of that, but what was the last piece I moved? Ask yourself, why did I move that piece? That should be your first question that you always ask. What purpose did I have in moving that piece? What am I thinking? And so, like, I guess it's the same thing because I always pay attention to the first piece moved and then what opened up, what lanes opened up, or whatever you call them, ranks files. Fucking
right, and that's where you're into your casual, decent chess play is. Because most grandmasters, when you get into the needy, heedy, the deep, seedy fucking players of the chess field, there's only 4 fucking openings that ever get used. Ever.
Yeah,
And
everybody's
I mean
doing that Queen's Gambit now,
ever.
man. That's
Fuck Queen's Gambit. Now, Queen's Gambit was a good fucking Netflix show.
I keep seeing that show. No, man, I keep seeing that fucking everybody fucking coming out with that same. Maybe it's not the Gambit. They keep coming out with the same fucking opening. Like, oh,
you got Stravinsky's, you got Tarkovsky's, you got Stafford, and then you have Bobby's. Everybody will use the same 4 openings, and it's either your queen pawn, 2 spots if you're white.
I said run that without me, bro. I'm probably done with this for the night. So I said.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
I didn't know if you heard me, and I said it a second time. Go ahead, man. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Queen pawn, forward 2, or it's king bishop pawn, forward 1 if you're white. Now, when you're black, and they do queen pawn, forward 2, it's always king pawn, forward 1.
Now let's
but if they do king's bishop, forward 1, then you do knight, queen knight, forward to the left.
Thing took my
but I've seen,
I want paper.
Right, and I haven't done notation in fucking forever. I know it's 8.
No, I know. I can visualize. But perfect example. I've seen guys after they go in on the black, after they move the queens, they don't go and back that up. They start working towards a Finichetto defense. And that relies on keeping that king pawn as a linchpin for as long as possible, in addition to, blocking.
It's for the castle. It's for the castle.
Yeah, it's for the castle later. Exactly. But they leave it alone as much. Well, because the pivotal thing is making sure that the knight and the bishop are set up properly.
Right. Because if you're playing white, most of the times, if you don't take over the 4 center squares in the middle within 3 moves of the game opening, you're going to lose the game.
But you see, you actually just, in a way too, so what you were just talking about, in a sense, because of the good habits of speed chess, you are kind of thinking of moves ahead, in a sense, because you know what the next move that you're going to do.
Right, I know, I mean, it's one of those things where if it's a good player, I know what they're going to do, and they know what I'm going to do. It's going to be, okay, well, if I'm going to
it all comes down to who did...
Right, if I'm going to do
who had better tactics, and after the smoke clears, and when after the tactics are done and the smoke is cleared, who's got the position, and that's what it usually.
And you know, going to fuck up and accidentally touch a piece while they're thinking.
I couldn't find anybody around my age to play chess because my dad had started me at a very young age, and I didn't have a chess club, and we didn't have internet, and it was a different time. And I finally found one of my friend's dad was really fucking good at chess. And my dad was out of the picture at this point. And so I used to go to my buddy's house and play with him almost every fucking day. Any day I was over there, I played at least a few games of chess with his dad. And this guy was relentless. He never threw me a game, and I fucking made it very clear that if I ever thought he threw me a game, I would never play with him again. I was like, you beat me like a bitch. Well, I didn't say those words, but I was like, you beat me every time. If you can beat me, beat me. And I could not beat this guy. I actually went out and bought a bunch of chess books. Came back, and because I had played him for so long, for so many years, and it took me years to figure out to go get some chess books. I know that's sad, but that I knew his style of, he was very queen aggressive. And it was the first time in my life I ever thought 6 moves ahead. I said, if I do this, he's going to take the bait. He's going to attack this pawn and start moving through, and I set him up and for the fucking mate that he never saw coming, man. And when I did it, keep in mind, I probably lost like hundreds of games to this guy. This one win, I acted like I just won the fucking Super Bowl, and because I was so excited, I've never seen an adult so angry in my life. Dude, I was like, he's like, well, you're playing another one, you're running that back. And it didn't matter, he whooped my ass, but that one game, man, I was so, because I was like, I brought the shit back, I fucking planned it from back over here. Like, he did not like the way I was not humble. I was not humble at all. But that was when I first learned that, I started learning. I got that, one of the favorite books out of all the books I bought like 5 or 6 of them. But the cheapest book of them all, that Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess, that was a really good book that I recommend to anybody that's first starting chess. I'm like, it's going to teach you some really good mid-game tactics. You gotta not worry about openings and trying to memorize every opening, and endgame is endgame. No, when it's starting player, do you really want somebody really concentrating on their openings, or do they need to work on the setting up of the mid-game tactics of, if you're moving a piece, move it with this in mind, and then explain after they understand how things play out in the middle. Okay, well, this is this opening. Do you understand why this is good now? That's just me personally.
I mean, in my honest opinion, you can read all the books you want to, but the easiest way to get a grasp of it, and the easiest way to actually get better, is just to play the game.
Yeah, but it'll open your mind to ideas that you might not have.
Find what works at the beginning, what doesn't work in mid-game, how you're getting beat. Find ways to counter. I mean, for starting off, you know, easiest way.
Have you ever seen that book, Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess? It's actually written like a textbook manual, dude. It's really. I've
read so many chess books, bro.
So it's not like a real chess book. It's not going into long, in-depth explanations. It's a series of just scenarios. I mean, nowadays they got tons of game shit that you can just do on either PC, PlayStation, whatever. But you know, for back then, it was pretty amazing because it literally, you'd read it one way and then you'd have to flip the book to go the other way, and it was just like, okay, how would you mate black in this situation? And then they show you the best possible way, and it just, I don't know how to explain it. It opened my mind on how to utilize my rooks better. How to, you know, keep my knight in a position where I have the best chance, you know, keep the most open squares that he can go to. Like, little things that I kind of knew, but it's hard to explain. I would say just, if you ever there's no bookstores. I'll say if you're ever in a bookstore, just skim through it to see what I'm talking about. You don't need to buy it or anything, but it's really set up like a elementary textbook.
There's all 10 types of chess books like that. I know what you're talking about. Where it has the diagram of the board, and it has like certain pieces on it. And it's like, you know, move this piece here, move this piece here, what do you see? Then it takes it back, well, what if you move this piece? What if you move this piece? What if black can move this piece? And then you sit there and it'll analyze the entire strategics behind each move and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, no, it doesn't even get into that. It just, it's hard to explain. It as much as I had played chess and as much as I understood about chess, and, you know, I knew to fight for center, and I knew to keep certain pieces, and, you know, I knew to double up my rooks, it opened my mind up to ways to utilize those things in ways that I hadn't.
Open up your rooks?
No,
open up your rooks?
No, double up my rooks. I had said, you know.
Double up. Okay, double up your rooks. Open up your rooks.
No, but what I was saying was it had opened my mind up how to use that in different ways than I hadn't already thought of using it. It's hard to explain. Again, though, this was a time where you couldn't just watch 100 different videos on YouTube. It probably would be different now. This was.
No, YouTube didn't exist when I was in school.
Yeah, and I didn't have a chess club, so again, my resources were very limited to what would broaden my scope to learning. Now, you're talking to a kid that literally was the only kid that could skip school and not get arrested for it, because the truant officer knew where I was for the majority of the days I skipped, and I was in the library. I was a weird dude. I still look back, no kid can pull that off nowadays, man. I fucking convinced my mom to let me smoke cigarettes in the house at 13, and I skipped school, and the truant officer would see me. You just open the door, see me in there, give me a little nod and walk away. And I had given them this whole speech about, you know, shouldn't I be learning something that I want to learn, not stuff that I already know that they're fucking useless and sucks.
Shit ton of my ammo.
Right. Yeah, man. I watched this. I watched this older guy play chess. He's probably like an 1800 rated or whatever. I just dig him because he has the balls to fucking he takes his shit in stride, and he smokes cigarettes while he's streaming, and I don't know. I just like the guy. He's like an old rock. He's an old hippie fucking guitarist, man.
There is one opening you can do that, like decent players, people are like, oh, you know, I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm not great, but I'm good. You know, somebody that has an idea of what they're doing, but they're not, you know, like pro level. If you're playing black, and they do this stupid little 2-pawn forward, side pawn to the flank 1, move their bishops out, move their knights over, whatever, and they move their queen out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're just moving everything up to the. Yeah, they're just getting everything out in the front.
If they're starting to plan to do that dumbass bullshit, which is the worst. It's the most common opening in chess, and it is the worst opening in chess. But what
I
you
usually push
black.
my. Okay, go ahead.
If you're black, sacrifice queen for queen, and then go ahead and move your king side out so you can castle king side. And then file your 2 rooks straight together in the same file, and then whenever they go to sacrifice, take their bishop, and they go to take your knight with their bishop, move your rook down and put them in checkmate. It's so fucking crazy. Like nobody hardly ever sees it coming because it is so fucking far-fetched, and they actually have you in mate in 2 moves, which is why they're not paying attention.
They're focusing on that. They get greedy.
Right. And as soon as they take your knight, it's just checkmate.
It's a bait.
Like, whoa,
it's
what?
a bait.
Dude, it is the most twisted fucking Black Widow shit ever, and I've won many games like that, and it's so fucking hilarious.
You know what I used to do that fucked people up real bad is I would lead with my king pawn, and if they didn't match me, I'd extra square. And then I just back it up, and I'd be open. I got real aggressive. 2 pawns to the left of it, and 1 pawn to the right of it. I don't know what that opening's called. I saw it play one time, and again, if it's all about your opponent, you can kind of gauge, you know. So if it's like I'm white, and I take that first move just to see, you know, like I want to see this game, and you do something stupid, I'm like, oh, all right, let's get aggressive and see how you react to this. And then if you whip my ass on it.
Something like that, I just move knight pawn up, and then as soon as you move that other pawn to cover the other pawn, your weak pawn, which is the one behind the one in the front, I just sacrifice my queen for a queen trade.
Yeah.
And then have my bishop in pure fucking positioning to own your ass. That's just what I do.
Match my and have do the rest of it. That's what I was getting at. I would have probably moved my knight out. Like if you had matched my knight pawn, that's what I'm saying. If somebody does anything other than that, or if they don't put, like another way, if they move their horse to guard the next square up, I think twice about it. Not the traditional. I'm going to attack your or if they're going to take that square, I'm like
I mean, when you get it.
Yeah, I'm an intermediate player.
When you get into most tournaments, queen for queen trade-offs are very fucking common. If you don't force them to trade off their queen, they will force you to trade off your queen, because most people can't play better.
Yep. Oh, I'll try. I look for that too when they make a mistake. I love when I do that. I'm like, what are you doing? I trade the queen and force them. They have to fucking take my queen with their king. It's like, dude, I just did so much in that one move. Thank you for that. Like, what did you think? I wasn't gonna do this? Like, I wasn't gonna. I'm sure you've had it happen, but you're just like, that's not a threat, man. I want to knock you, so you're out of position now. You can't castle. All right, and now I have an open road to your fucking king. Let's have some fun.
It's always better to hit first than be recoiling from
which is why white has the advantage. You know, you're on the initiative.
Sometimes it does. Generally, it's a 60-40 thing.
Yeah, but that's still an advantage.
It is.
Give me 10%, I'll take it. Especially playing this game, they're fucking stingy with the percentages, man. You gotta take every fucking percentage you get. Over some of this shit, man. Look cheesy. 10%'s like a fucking. Woo! 20. Yeah, man. But again, I haven't played in forever, so I'll never forget though. My brother was in a chess club, and the first day my brother beat me, it brought me to reality. So the next game, I fucking sat there and I thought about every possible opening I could do. I could see he was getting annoyed, so I took even longer. Just to try to get him out of his like I played head games with him just so I could beat him, because I could not lose again to my little brother, but he's a better chess player because he was like you, he was in the school tournaments and shit.
That is the one thing I hated the most about most open-end tournaments. Open-end tournaments are basically like your basic school versus school type deal, you know, like little meet and greets, like, you know, West Kentucky will go play against a school from Ohio and Louisville somewhere, or there'd be like a little small-time little chess tournament off at a state resort park somewhere up in Illinois or something.
You were out over by Louisville?
No, I'm in West Kentucky.
Oh, all right.
But anyways, in those type of games, the games are 90 minutes long. There's 90 minutes on each player's clock. And so you're sitting there, you know, the round starts, you hit your clock, and your opponent's not there. So for the next 90 minutes, you have to sit there and wait for your dude to show up. And if they don't show up, you just wasted 90 minutes of your fucking life. And of course, you can't have any MP3 players. You can't have no books. The only thing you're allowed to have at the table is your notation pad, a pencil, and maybe a little fidget thing, like a little rubber ball or something to fidget with your hands. That is it. So for 90 fucking minutes, if your person is asleep or just like playing or whatever, instead of telling the official they're not going to play that round, you're sitting there for 90 fucking minutes looking at other people play chess. You can't talk. You can't do nothing. You got to sit there for 90 minutes. I literally had one guy show up with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, I'd fucking punch him in the face.
And he just walked up and was like, "Sorry, I'm late. I was in the bathroom." I'm like, for 90 fucking minutes. Like, what were you doing in the bathroom?
Yeah,
Anyways,
right.
Down. He's like, "Man, I don't have much time left." So he went ahead and moved his piece, hit the clock. And I'm like, okay. So I literally sat there for 45 fucking minutes before I made my next move. Just to be a pretentious dick to this dude. Because he pissed me off that fucking day.
I love passive aggressive.
Dude, he was getting so mad too. Like, he wanted to just cuss me out and fight me.
So what are you gonna do about it? You did it to
just like,
yourself.
motherfucker. And finally, I just moved, hit the clock, he knocked over his king and walked away. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you have the win in the palm of your hands and then somebody fucked it up?
I've had a judge fuck me up. A judge accused me of rigging the game and disqualified me and the opponent in that round. It was my senior year, Kentucky versus Tennessee state tourney. I was in first place. Like there was no way that anybody could win to knock me out of first place. It was a free game for me. I won, I lost. It didn't matter. I was in first place. I got the fucking trophy up there.
Yeah, your points, you were too far ahead.
Right. And so it was some little kid. He was in middle school, and this was like his second tournament. I'm like, you know what? My senior year, I'm probably not going to be playing chess.
These things are really fucking crazy.
And so I purposely let him get
Christian
9
Paper.
queens on the board
Welcome to my channel. Christian Paper.
to fucking win the game.
No
And
money
I
was
was having to
trapped
talk to him and tell him, all right, move this here, so you can put me in stalemate.
No, that's
Do this, stalemate. It's gonna be stalemate. We're gonna get 9 queens on you, man. We're gonna do some history here.
Trying to level cap
The
his
judge walked.
character.
And the
He
judge
got-
threw the game out.
Dude, he had 9 fucking queens on the board. All he won, like, technically he won the game. Because, you know, he put me in checkmate, game over. The judge walked over to put, you know, notation on his little charter, whoever who won the game, shake hands in the game, whatever. He slammed that fucking clipboard on the board, knocked the pieces off the board. This never happened. You're both disqualified from this round, and walked off. Man, my chess club teacher went the fuck off. His chess club teacher went the fuck off. Everybody thought what I did was so fucking awesome for this kid, because apparently
he's
he
a
was
little
going
kid.
through. Yeah, he was going through some shit.
Oh, so it
and-
was good timing
yeah,
at the same
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Right.
and like everybody and the judge wasn't having it. They're both disqualified. They're disqualified. That's rigging the game. That's
What would they
rigging the
rather?
game.
You just slam into this kid, fucking beat him into submission when you're already in fucking first place, guaranteed to win? Like, what was be the point
like,
of that?
Anyways, the judge, the tournament,
Director?
no, not directors, officiates, the people over the judges, but not highest
Yeah.
directors. they came over, they talked with everybody. They asked me why I did it. I told them why I did it. Then they went and talked to the little kid, and they came back and they put the score back on the board, yada yada. But they kept it hush hush. They didn't want people knowing that they had regulated the game again and everything. And the judge, the official, wanted to take the trophy from me and strip me from first place and yada yada yada. And come to find out, the dude was this little kid's ex-mom's brother, so I guess his ex-uncle, and he was one of the people that was having charges brought against him for child abuse on his younger brother. And yeah, he got some serious shit real quick, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, well, that explains it. Yeah. Listen, dude, I'll never understand some people. I played darts in a beer league where at the end of the shit, right, we just gave ourselves these stupid little ribbons or trophies. I don't even remember, but the majority of the money went to Make-A-Wish Foundation from the bar that you were playing for. So we're playing for charity, right? We're playing. I can't stress this enough. We're playing in a beer dart league. It'd be like if you had divisions, it would probably be like a B league. It wasn't even like the Minuteman leagues. I don't know if you're familiar, but these aren't people throwing triple 20s. This would be like if you just took a couple people and be like, hey, dude, you want to form a dart team? We'll be playing out of our favorite bar. That's what this was.
Yeah. And hey, here's 5 shots and I'll take a shot.
Yeah, right? Everybody got whatever bar you went to, the opposing team and the team you were at all got one free drink token. Right? So, that's the kind of league this was. And again, Make-A-Wish. Tell me I'm on a shitty team. So I played darts with my buddies, and they were on a team, and I played with them for a year and a half. And finally they're like, dude, you should join, but even though our team's not full, you should join another team and just get in the league. Because I didn't want to play if I wasn't on their team. I was like, fuck it, I'll play with some strangers. So I played out of this bar, and me and another dude were probably the best on there. Another 2 were average, and another 2 were there just to have bodies to fill out the 6, right? We had this old fucking 70-year-old drunk dude and this other dude's fucking girlfriend that was just like, ooh, it's my turn to throw, and then sat back down, right? Hey, try to get that number, but whatever, just hit the board. So it wasn't really a big deal. So one night, we're playing, and we had to do this shit with substitutions because we were missing 2 people. So... we were missing somebody, and we had to fill out a spot. So they have to pick a number, right? We fill out the names and pick a number, and that person's going to fill in the other slots. So they picked a number, and then I guess they're saying that my man, after they picked the number, the other good player put his name in the number that they called after they picked it. Whatever. But they don't say anything so in a game of darts, there's 13 games. You play 3 crickets, then 6 6 games of 301, and then you play 2 more games of cricket, right? And then 3 more games of cricket, and then a game of 501. That's what it was. Anyways, they don't say anything about this thing that they said my captain cheated on, because they were the number 1 team. We were the shit show team. And when we started whooping their ass 10 games to 1, they still don't say anything. When we finally beat them, fucking 11-2, we're sitting there, and all of a sudden when it comes time to sign the paperwork, the guy's like, yeah, I'm not signing. You guys cheated. What? And so my argument was, why didn't you say something right when you saw it? Oh, I thought I could let it go. Well, then that's on you. If you had said something when you saw it, we would have fixed it right then and there and said, all right, no, we're going to fill the names out now. Go ahead and pick out a number. Right? We could have fixed it then. But you let it go. Why didn't you say anything? Oh, because you won the first game. Then we won the next 2. Oh, that's what it was. And then they won another one, and then we just whooping their ass. And I'm like, now you say something?
I know now.
And they called the fucking president on the league, who happened to be best friends with 2 of the guys on the fucking team from the bar. So he ruled in favor of them. And I was just like, that we had to redo the game. I'm like, dude, they had a bad night and we had a great night. Our drunk guy was hitting fucking bullseyes like they were going out of style. Like, it was just a crazy night. Like, we'll never have that night again, and they're still in first place. Nothing changes by them fucking losing to us except for they lost and we got a win. Can we get one win? What the fuck? I'm like, we play for charity, guys. And they're like, nope, can't do it. I'm like, you can't let this go because you had a bad night. Nope. Now, I don't know how I didn't get my ass kicked, and I'm going to say it's because I was in that moment fighting for what's right. But my whole team left, and I stayed in that strange bar, and I insulted all 6 members of that fucking dart team while I was doing shots and throwing darts at the dartboard. I didn't realize that one of those members was the actual owner of the bar, and I was in an area of my city where they could have just easily pulled me into the back alley, beat the fuck out of me, called the cops, and said I was disturbing the peace, and I would have went to jail and got my ass kicked. But it didn't happen because they didn't fucking, none of them could look me in the eye because I'm like, you're all a bunch of little bitches. I was like, you are the biggest bitches I've ever come across. You are fucking the worst sore losers I've ever seen. Bunch of little twats. Like, I went off, dude. The whole time, and then finally a stranger I didn't know fucking came out. He's like, dude, let me calm down and buy you a shot. And because he kind of saw what I was heading towards. But I don't understand why people, when it's for, like, nice shit or just... I don't know. Your story made me think of it, even though they're unrelated in most ways. But it just... I didn't know... I understood it. And
Egos,
make a wish, dude. Like, they were like, oh, it's because you were in first place. Like, that's what it was, and like this team was still going to be in first place, and that's exactly it. Their fucking egos couldn't stand losing to the fucking joke of the fucking dart league.
Well, I didn't know that the judge. Well, I mean, we played. Where did we play it? We played at Fort Campbell, Tennessee. With a part of Fort Campbell that's in Tennessee.
The survivors
we
have
played
collected
on base.
another portion of the
And
an admirable effort, but
Tennessee
there is still
sucks.
much
Go
to
ahead.
be done.
Like, I didn't. It was probably about 2 or 3 months after the fact that I found out
Everybody relax. I'm
what
on my way.
the relationship between that young boy and the judge officiating was. Like, I didn't know it then. Nobody knew it then. But whenever phone calls were made about, you know, what happened at the tournament, apparently it was going to be brought up in court, yada yada yada, and they asked my chess coaches, who's also my homeroom teacher at the time, her permission for the cops to come interview me, and they needed my parents' information to get my parents' permission for them to bring me into the for the cops to come visit me at school and whatnot. That's when I found out.
Do you know the things that I've seen?
I just realized something, bro. We're gonna have to hit it. Chaos, I'm sorry for taking over your stream. How things going? You were bitching about something a second ago. I just felt, not in anarchy. I just was sitting here like, oh shit, man. I'm high and I've been talking to this dude forever.
Sean don't care. He's used to it.
All right. I just felt guilty, like, cause you know, I don't know anybody else that streams that I end up talking to while they're streaming. So I'm a stoner and I like to talk. I think I wanted to.
Oh, wait till there's like 4 or 5 people at the party, and they're all streaming at once, and they're all talking, but none of them are talking to each other.
That's
and I'm
great.
just sitting here like, okay, so there's everybody having conversation.
Something on yours came up about a stream. Actually, just the other day, I saw something. Now that I was friends with you, it came up.
I try to stream every day. I don't always.
Listen, man, anybody's got a stream, I'll fucking subscribe. No, was it Anarchy? No, was it Anarchy?
No, it's me.
I saw the hashtag. No, it was
I don't
you.
stream.
No, it was MLG.
Oh.
Right, he streams?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because I saw his thing tagged with you, but I think I saw you have something tagged with Anarchy, because he was... Thought I saw something on there.
I'm on a lot of streams, but I don't stream.
One by one if I have.
That's cool, man. I'm eventually gonna do a stream certain games that I play because, like, I would have streamed this as the demon to just try to educate the people. I wanted to just show people from my perspective how what the shit they're doing is bad. And I mean, they're starting to get away with some of the shit now. The people that have like gone off on their own, they've done it so much, they've gotten really good at dodging. but I still, you can still catch them if you know what they're doing. But I was telling Chaos in this game, man, I would have streamed this. I would have definitely streamed playing.
I don't have the internet to stream. I'm on hotspot.
Oh, that's
terrible.
Listen, I don't have it where I'm at either. This sucks. I had Spectrum, and I had Spectrum just for me and my roommate, right? We had a whole nother internet that the rest of the house was on. But I went and got the top of the line. Actually, I got the middle because they were like, dude, if it's just two of you and you're going to be hardline, you don't need more than this. I was like, all right, as long as you assure me. And it was great. But I moved, couldn't get Spectrum where I moved to, went and I had to get AT&T. And they're like, all right, here's your internet. And I'm like, wait, you only have one option? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Well, at least you have a option.
Yeah, exactly. At least I have a option. And I know what that's like because I lived up in Bedford, Indiana for a bit, so I know about small town shit. But Bedford isn't that small. I had friends that lived outside of Bedford.
Although there's the next county over, their electric company is supposed to be running fiber down my road in February of next year, so we'll see.
Nice.
Well, you know, it's only supposed to have happened for 8 fucking years, so.
So how's that hotspot work, man, for you? Do you have to like keep buying fucking megs?
No, it's unlimited hotspot.
Truly
It's just
curious concoction.
I got T-Mobile home internet, and it works when it wants to.
Yeah, it sounds like T-Mobile.
I need some ammo. Help a friend out?
You know, it'd be working fine and have a mini stroke and have another mini stroke and potato out with a real stroke. And I have Joe Biden internet, so who the fuck knows?
Listen, man, sometimes I wonder, I think I should be off my so I've cast onto my TV because I have to use a Chromecast because the actual casting thing inside the TV broke, and for my good TV, I can't fit it. I'm in a really like mini home type deal right now, so I'm stuck with this TV so I use the Chromecast and I have to cast through there, and it fucking drives me nuts because the AT&T, like you said, it just sometimes it just starts being shoddy. Meanwhile, I have 5G on my phone, so it's like fuck. You think I could just cast right to it, but I can't do it with the Chromecast. That has to be on.
For about 5 years, I went. Well, when I made my man cave, I bought this big 65-inch TV, 4K, you know, yada yada, smart TV. I was like, I got a smart TV and no internet. That's funny. So I was like, hey, you know, I can watch 4K movies on my TV. So I had this collection of 4K movies. I'm like, wait, PlayStation can't play 4K movies. So I was just like, So I started looking into buying a 4K Blu-ray player. And they were like $200-300 a pop. I was like, fuck that, I can get an Xbox for that. So I purposely bought an Xbox just to watch my 4K Blu-ray player.
Inside its aura to speed the process.
I did something very similar, dude. That I actually bought. That's what got me to get the PlayStation. Was for at the time, PlayStation was the one that had the Blu-ray capability.
This was in the middle of the pandemic, though. You know what it's like trying to get an Xbox in the middle of the pandemic? I went to Best Buy and I was like, bro, I need an Xbox. He's like, what kind of Xbox? I was like, I take the little cheap one. He's like, what do you mean the cheap one? You want the digital one? I was like, no, I gotta have the disc. He's like, what are you using it for? I was like, 4K Blu-ray, bro.
Gnarly Doritos.
Alright.
Welcome to my channel. Gnarly
He's like, you just
Doritos.
want the regular Xbox
What's
S.
good, y'all?
Yeah, with the
Hey,
disc.
what's good, Gnarly? How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
He's like, well, let me look. He's like, well,
Hope you're having a
I
good
got
evening
one in a
morning.
store in Alabama.
Exciting. Just out
I was
of
like, how much is that going to cost? He's like, well, I could probably get it to you for $600.
Shit.
I was like, all right,
Bring
I'll
your
give you
sweet
8 I can have it tomorrow. That'll work. So I paid $800 just for the Xbox.
Dude, listen, I tried finding some
Salty lettuce.
Salty
during the
lettuce.
pandemic,
Welcome
I
back
was
to the
on
stream,
Salty
buddy.
lettuce.
but
Wad up
I couldn't get my hands on any of them, so I gave up. I was like, fuck it.
What were you trying to find?
Anything. I couldn't find the Xbox, I couldn't find the PlayStation, and I'm here in Orlando, dude.
doing
was fucking
the
nuts.
Evil Dead thing. I hope
I
you're
just
having a
gave
good
up.
evening. Morning.
Well,
I didn't try all that hard either.
I got the Xbox S, I got the PS4 Pro, and I have a damn good PC build.
Damn
The
it.
only thing I have to upgrade in my PC is probably a video card connector.
Yeah. That's, so you thought ahead and got like a really good.
Yeah. Like, I got the Dell XPS Tower custom modded, everything, and it's like a $3,400 PC build, and it is legit set, ready to rock.
Yeah,
Survivors
I do.
have taken the
I'm
Kandarian
inclusive.
dagger.
Like, the
This
only
Gnarly
reason I
burritos.
went with that
Evil's
build is
demise.
because of the disc tray.
He
I have
tried
a
to
disc
touch my
tray
wiener
fucking
when he was
PC.
my babysitter.
99% of people that play PC games cannot say they have a disc tray.
Oh.
But
My
I have a
P-
4K Blu-ray
my
player
PC
disc tray in my PC.
My PC had a
That's quite
disc tray.
unfortunate.
Sean's don't.
I'm old school.
All my friends don't.
Salty
Please
lettuce.
don't let me regret this.
Said.
Yep, I
Bringing
do it.
squinting face.
I was
rolling on the
watching you,
floor, laughing
Sean,
face with
and I
hands
was
up
gonna
joint.
comment on you, but then my phone just died.
It's getting weird.
Handsome little guys.
I like weird.
Pity they were evil.
It's getting weird.
Weird is fun.
Remember, it is Pride Month, so you can be as weird as you want to.
I'm craving a shimps.
Not that
Anybody
kind
got
of
one?
weird though.
For my gay friends, don't quit telling me it's Pride Month. I'm
There's
going
no
crazy.
stopping me now.
Listen, so my daughter and my ex-wife were gonna go to Pride, right?
Gnarly
Pride
burritos.
parade.
Come to Papa.
Said.
Over by
Salty,
P-Town.
we should play
Cape
this.
Cod.
Yes,
Get
y'all
an Xbox
should.
Pro.
It's cross-platform, so we can
They
all
asked
play
me if
together.
I want to go, and I'm like, listen, I really don't want to go with you guys there because you guys are gonna be all stupid and shit. I was like, maybe if my friend Nick, who is very flamboyantly gay, goes, I was like, I'll go because then I'll have somebody to fucking hang out with. I asked my friend who is, again, very flamboyantly gay, hey man, do you want to go to Pride with my ex-wife and my daughter? And his exact words, oh fuck that shit. That shit is way too gay for me. And I was like, oh my god, dude, thank you, that's great. I was like, hey, Nick said the shit's way too gay for him, and if it's way too gay for him, it's too gay for me. I'm staying home. Like I just wanted to sit and play games. I don't care one way or another.
But,
Salty lettuce.
in my honest opinion,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if
Yeah, we do. I've been
Oh, I
watching
don't
them
either,
play
man.
a few
Yeah,
nights in
if
a
somebody
row.
wants
It
to
looks
Twitter the
awesome.
Tweedle or,
It is,
Pokey
it's
the
a lot of
Poke or
fun.
whatever, I don't.
It can get a little bit of
Gnarly
grapey.
Said.
Gnarly.
But
Super gay. LOL.
if you start hitting on me and don't respect my space, I'm gonna say something. I had that situation.
Well,
Dude was Golden Gloves.
That happened a few times myself.
Very interesting. I was never sexually assaulted in prison, but I have had countless men try to suck my dick.
Oh, I'm sure.
My mistake of being the new fish was when I went to the shower, I left the curtain open. And one of the dudes, I guess one of the gay guys in the unit, wanted to see how big it was, whatever, walked by, I was like, oh. And
I gotta have me some of that.
I guess it's weird. It's weird being the guy on the yard. Nobody wants to fuck you. They want you to fuck them. I don't know how else to put it, man. Like, it's like
Team has awakened the
when
lost
your name
pages,
is Papa D,
spreading terror into the black heart.
because
These guys
everybody
are
wants
up my
you
ass right now. Holy
fuck
crap.
them and to suck your dick. It's weird. Now
Yeah,
I
it
never
is.
like a special
I'm
treat.
weird in my chat. No.
like I've been to gay bars. And
Dude.
I've been a straight man at gay bars, and I've had gay men buy me drinks, and I've gotten shit-faced drunk around a bunch of gay men, and nothing's ever happened. I'm not gay. Like,
Listen,
dicks do not turn me
Listen,
on.
I will say this though. I went with my friends Vicky and Shannon,
I
right?
mean,
I'm
it's
like, no, I'm like,
possible.
I'll give it a whirl. They're like, it's chill, whatever. We get in there, and the first 7 guys I see could have raped me individually, any one of them. All right, I'm not a guy that says that shit lightly. Like I would have put up a fight, but I'm pretty sure that any one of those men, if they wanted to, could have had their way with me. I was like, what the fuck did you bring? I'm like, am I safe here? Should I check my drinks? They started laughing. I'm like, I'm serious. Like, what the fuck? Like they were the biggest fucking. They looked like football players, man. Like college football players. They were huge dudes. And anybody that talks shit about a guy that big, they don't really know how big I'm talking. Like I saw Shaq.
Oh, wow.
about 300 feet away, and I can tell you right now that man could probably knock me out with a bitch slap. That is the biggest human being I've ever seen in my life.
That's the way the yard on prison, especially North Carolina, when I was in Butler, North Carolina. That's the way that yard was.
Said I give up my
There was 6'5", 6'7", big guy, because it's one of the 3 federal penitentiaries in the country that's free weights. And because it has a free weight area, motherfuckers that have been there for 10 years are jacked.
They got nothing to do but fucking pump iron.
When you have, Mr. Universe is walking around, holding hands, slapping ass, sneaking off into the bathroom, and you have my 5'7", 310-pound fluffy looking ass on the yard, and everybody's like, "What's up, Poppy? Yo, Poppy, you need to get some of that deep. You need to get some of that deep, bro. You know what I'm saying, Poppy? Man, you got 5'7", you got a goddamn third leg down there, my nigga. I want to see that big black dick, bro." And then I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I've never seen a transvestite until I went to prison. And mind you, I am blind as a motherfucker. Like, I cannot function without my glasses. Like, I can get around in my house, but the entire 4 years I was locked up, I did not have glasses. And when I hit the yard in North Carolina, which was the first prison I went to,
you hold the lost
I'm walking in my white Ghostbusters fish jumpsuit and shit,
artifacts.
I'm looking around, and, I'm trying to mean mug. They got the psycho look going on, crazy ass motherfucker, like, don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. People looking at me and shit.
With the lost pages in the
off in
Kandarian
this distance, I see a woman
must now expel the dark
wearing
ones from
prison
our realm.
clothes. And I'm just like, oh, is this a co-ed prison? I'm talking big ass perky titties, long hair, big lips, makeup on, white skin bitch, big ass jiggly ass,
Get in the car.
pants all up in that ass crack and shit. And then I see another woman, white bitch, looking like, perky titties, ass, long hair, and I'm like, I'm in a goddamn co-ed prison. Oh my fucking god. Holy fucking shit.
We're so close.
Thank you, hallelujah.
Let's get this window.
And of course, for
wait,
me,
you can't hear me.
this was about 2 years being locked up. So this was 2 years that I have not seen an attractive woman or seen titties, pussy,
Gnarly
anything like that.
burritos.
Things happen to me.
Oh yeah, he's a total sweetheart.
And these things, my body is reacting in a way that I think it's women. And they see my body, reacting a certain way, and they come to walk up to me.
This dude drives way worse than me. On a side note, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I'm like, oh my god, they actually coming to me. That's when I realized I have a full-blown boner. And in these white jumpsuits, like, that's all I'm wearing is a jumpsuit. I don't have no underwear, no pants, no fucking t-shirt. Like, I got on slippers, straight off Con Air and shit. And
Swear to God,
I'm just like, alright, I don't know how to handle this. I have a full boner, and I can't hide it. My hands are cuffed behind my back. Like, I have no way to hide my fucking boner. They walked up to me. And it was at that moment I realized I had fucked up.
they got Adam's apples.
No, I couldn't see the Adam's apples. Like, after 6 inches past my face, I am blind, bro. And the first thing I heard was, "Yo, look at that motherfucker right there."
Practice your dodge. Stop swinging. You're a fucking shooter.
Now, I can get it deep. I can get it deep motherfucking voice if I want to get it deep motherfucking voice. You know what I'm saying? But Yolanda had a deeper voice than I did. Yeah, I'm just like, shit. And of course, the guards push them away and everything. They're catcalling me like, God damn, bro, what you packing in that bitch? Oh, you got a flashlight down there? Look, a flashlight, nigga, you got a goddamn hose. And
They go for you because you're a damage dealer.
they just, yakking. And then I get to the unit, and I meet my sailor, and I'm like, bro, other man with tits here. He's like, yeah, you got Katrina, you got Yolanda, you got Sierra. He's like, what happened? I told him what happened. He just busted out fucking laughing. He's like, it's game over for you now, player. It's game over for you now. I was like, oh, fuck. That was the first prison I went to, Like, I saw the gay shit, her dudes getting fucking each other, all that shit. I never did this shit. I'm not gay. And
Gnarly burritos.
it's just one of those things to where I didn't. It's true. Like when they say what happens in one place in the system will follow you to another place in the system. It's true.
Oh yeah,
it's very
people travel.
Very, yeah, it's very fucking true.
You get known whether it's you suck dick or if you're a snitch. It fucking word travels, man.
Right. Most of the time in prison, like in jail, not necessarily. Like in jail, when you come into the wing or the unit or the pod or whatever, and they find out your information, then they'll get on the phone, call their people, the people who you, whatever, and they'll find out about you. In prison, there is a transportation note list of everyone coming into the prison. The trustee writes it all down. They go to the library where they have internet on the computer. They look it up, and they already
before you even get there.
That's right. We won.
Star_Wars_Galaxies.
So what's up, Star Wars Galaxy? Welcome to the stream.
I've been shot.
And it's one of those things to where when I went to St. Marion, Illinois,
we won.
Like I was in North Carolina, they called me
Don't like bro, you rocked Yolanda's world.
Not machine gun
Gnarly
killing.
burritos.
Fuck was it? Full Metal Jacket. They called me Full Metal Jacket in North Carolina. That was my nickname. Because I looked like a crazy ass motherfucking dude, except I was a short version.
But
the guy that went
the shoot itself. Yeah.
I looked like that. I had shaved head, blue eyes, pudgy, fat as fuck. Said I was just short as shit. And anyways, when I went to Marion, it followed me, and they were like, "Yo, what's up, FMJ?" And I'm like, "Huh? Full Metal Jacket." I was like, "Whoa, who are you?" He was like, "I was in Georgia unit, bro. What you packing, bro?" And then just spread all over that shit. Anyways, after that, I got sent back to Grayson County. Grayson County, it was all normal and shit. No gay shit was going on. Just a bunch of fights over stupid shit.
Over packs and noodles.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've seen people fight over Yu-Gi-Oh. I've seen people fight over Days of Our Lives. I've seen people fight because the sun was
wanted to fight me. Wanted to fight me because I wouldn't show him how I did my card tricks.
Dude, I've seen a dude get both his arms broke because there was a window up at the top, and there was a little hole that they had carved out of the tent to where the sun would come through. And
I'm looking for people to play with, by the way.
Because like the cell would get super dark and you couldn't see shit. You couldn't read a book, you couldn't see shit until the guards turned on the lights. But where the sun went down, that little light through the window, you had a little spot if you were on that side of the wing where you could still read your books, read the newspaper, read your magazine, mail, whatever. And because some dude was reading his letter that his daughter had wrote him, and a guy was trying to get a phone number off something to get on the phone, and the dude wouldn't move because he only had a couple sentences left in his letter. The dude that was reading the letter got both his arms broke by 6 other motherfuckers, the gang dudes in there, because they said that if he was so busy holding up that letter, then he'd never gonna hold up a letter again. They drug his ass into the showers, curb stomped both of his elbows in, let him lay there, turned on the shower, and then that's when all you heard is that ding, 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 ding. Gas grenade go off. Mace grenade or whatever you want to call it.
Alien Gad
and boot some squad run in on the stream. That's where you get the reality of it. That the entire time this motherfucker was getting his arms broken, the guards were standing outside of the door, waiting for it to be over before they came in to help the guy.
There's like a $34.99 price or something like that, and then there's
they probably got paid off
$59.99 price, which is like
no, guards don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They're not going to do anything extra that they're not getting paid to do. They don't give a fuck about you.
That bum had it coming, bro.
And when I was in Paducah, McCracken County, Kentucky, that's where I got sent awaiting my trial. When I was there was a dude.
And I also have Friday the 13th.
That was in the top right tier. Some 18-year-old boy came off the first time in jail and on a petty weed charge. Got bunked up with this motherfucker. That dude sat in his cell and raped him for 8 hours while the guards are sitting on the catwalk screaming, "Cuff up!" Cuff up. Come on, man. Don't do that to him. Don't do that to him. Come on, man. Cuff up. For 8 hours, everybody in the unit had to listen to this little white kid scream and beg and plead for mercy, as not only the dude was raping
Salty
him
lettuce.
and all sorts of other fucked
Said,
up shit, but was
"You
skinning
can't
the
judge me, you
skin
ain't
off
Judy,
his
haha."
back with a fucking razor.
The book is the doorway.
Why
to
did he do
another.
this?
I'm looking forward to a wonderful
He was a
week.
fucking sex offender. He was about to go to prison and wanted to get moved to a different unit.
Oh, well, fuck that dude. No, that's why they let
Oh
that
no,
shit happen.
no, that dude's dead. That dude's dead. They killed him in the shoe. That dude popped the lock with the fucking Monopoly board, got into his cell, and strangled him to death.
Yeah. That's the one thing I love about prisons, that there is justice for the fucking pedophiles that get their way there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you a sex
Gnarly
offender,
Doritos.
I don't give
you
a
could be a
shit
snitch.
Said,
what you are,
"Damn, bro, how
where
we
you
keep a
came
boner for
from,
8
what you got
hours?
to jail for.
Someone
Everybody
should have
either
called
has
the
a
DR.
kid or they
And
know
you're just
somebody
chock
that
full of
there's a
nothing
kid in their
but
family.
testosterone.
I don't have much time.
And you
listen
ain't
to
You
me.
can be a
had none in a
snitch in
while.
prison and
Professor
live.
Raymond Noby.
Like you can be a
The
snitch and
following
live.
are
Like
steps
you might
I
get
can
you
kinda
might get
see
beat
it.
up. You might get
Demon.
your commissary
Deviate
robbed
from
from
them
you.
at
You
your
get
own
enforced. You might get turned into a bitch. You know they'll let you live. Now you a sex offender? No, you ain't making that up.
Yeah, without
If you
getting
don't-
into...
If you don't check yourself into single man status, you ain't leaving alive.
So, side note of that story I told you earlier, that day when I went Monday morning and they're like, oh, the judge is gone. I went around while they went to all these other courthouses picking up everybody all around. And I was in shackles from like fucking 6 in the morning till like fucking 5 o'clock at night. And when we
Gnarly
stopped at this
Doritos.
one courthourse, this guy
Said,
came in and he literally
"After
looked
4
like
hours, you gotta
the
call
dude
a doctor
Tig,
rolling on the
Tig
floor
from
laughing."
fucking Sons of Anarchy.
That's what they
Salty
say.
lettuce.
And
Said,
this dude goes, listen
"Where
to me,
I was at, they
everybody.
put the
There's about to be a
pedophiles in
dude that comes
PC.
in on the other side. When he comes in here, every
I
one of you
honestly
better
think
fucking
they should
spit on him.
just be...
I spit on the
just put
dude. I
down
didn't
my
even ask
dog.
questions. And I guess the dude said some crazy shit. And he's like, you're going to get yours once you're inside. And like the two
That's
guards
my
were just
personal
laughing
opinion,
about it.
though.
Because this asshole said to the judge, he's like, the judge said something about a young lady. And he's like, no, Your Honor, I like little girls. And this dude was, sitting in the courtroom, in the little box. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're about to get it. So I saw a small taste. And again, that dude said that shit with enough conviction. I knew there was a reason why he was saying it. I'm like, all right, man, I ain't going to cause no
"Welcome
beef.
to my channel.
We're going to be here a
Thanks
day.
for hanging out. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to show
I
your
can only
support."
imagine. There was a guy that was a lifer.
This guy's
That he
angry.
did exactly what you talked about in Providence. At ACI, it's actually in Cranston, Rhode Island, the prison up there.
Shit, I'm
He's
possessed.
known for
Team has
that.
located the first
He's
piece of
known.
map.
They keep slapping life charges on him, but he's already got so many. They let it happen,
They
man.
really need to
The
give me a
really extreme
minigame.
rapists get raped to death.
Wasting all my ammo.
Guards don't.
They need to give a
Yeah,
minigame
I feel like that's
that
justice.
allows me to...
Everybody, everybody thinks that
This is
the
ridiculous. This is way
justice
too
system
long
is
for number
perverted and
4.
corrupt as fuck. No, the prison system's a for profit.
He's
What
still...
happens to you?
Yep.
You can lay dead in your bunk for fucking a month straight.
He goes,
They're
oh,
just
man.
like, oh,
80% of our
he's
prisons
been
are
dead.
for profit.
They got a
80%.
paycheck. They got a paycheck
Gotta
every single
die
day.
hard,
Or you
try
might
hard,
have been dead 30
How the
days.
fuck is this lasting so long? Like,
And
oh my
80%
god.
Because he wait. So are you playing? Wait, are you playing the puppeteer, dude?
No.
Okay.
Like, this
Well,
guy has
either way,
been-
oh, you're playing.
He kept me possessed for so fucking long. He's only level 5.
It doesn't matter about the level. That's what. Listen, you can never spend a point in possession. If he collected 250 energy and got in you, and nobody's around taking shots at you, you lose about 2 energy per second. So that means he could hold on to you for a straight 2 minutes if nobody is doing damage.
Back to hell for you, shitheel.
And he can just sit there for 2 minutes and shoot your ammo away. I was watching it happen.
Yeah, he's already possessed someone
There's no
else.
mini game. You know what the mini? There is a mini game. There is a mini game. You know what the mini game is? You have to stay on top of your fear level. Nope. I guarantee right now, if you push down on that D-pad, how many points you got put in fear? None. Exactly.
I didn't ask for this.
There's your mini game, bro. Oh, well, that doesn't help. I feel. Are you the leader, Ash?
No.
No, yeah, you're the hunter.
Alright, y'all. It's almost 2 o'clock. I have to work in the morning. I gotta bounce.
Alright,
Yeah,
brother,
see,
take it
man.
easy.
It was nice talking to you, bro. Fucking sorry we stole your stream, Chaos. We got about another 10 minutes.
I'm little lollygagging. He's already level 7 now.
Alright, y'all. I'll catch y'all later.
Take it easy,
Have a
Anarchy.
good night, man.
I'm about to die. Oh, this guy's a cunt.
Ready?
Die hard,
Ready?
try hard. Holy
Salty
shit.
lettuce.
Wow.
Okay guys, I
You
gotta go.
deserve
Phone
that.
is about to die. I'll hit ya up when I get home, gnarly.
Okay, you know why? Ready? Do this for your next playthrough. Seriously, just for me while I'm watching. Don't engage in any melee with any possessed or any boss.
Well, kinda had
Dodge.
no
I don't care if you die dodging. No, you do have a choice though. You're just you get frustrated and you're not working on it. You're not trying to perfect the timing of it. So when that guy was coming up to you, you could have timed.
Salty lettuce, take
You
it
could-
easy, brother.
Stay with me.
Gnarly
You could have
burrito,
timed his
thanks for
attacks.
swinging by. You should have. Throw a sub on your way out. Yeah? Yeah?
We'll try to get to you.
Like and subscribe.
Don't hurt.
I'm not your hero.
But that's I'm just saying this constructively. I think if you had tried to dodge him, the angle especially, you just got to walk backwards, wait for that. So every guy has a different timing. I'm not going to tell you where to hit the X. You're going to have to play. If he's getting it hit, you might need to go later or earlier. And again, once you get caught, it's kind of hard to. He might get the full combo, or you might be able to break the end of the combo.
I'm sorry, Father.
So he's gonna hit you a couple times. But the minute you dodge back once, you pull up your shotgun, take a shot at him, then get ready to dodge again. Walk backwards.
Everyone
It takes up less stamina. You can see it coming, and you need to work on those hits. Because the minute you engage him, being that Ash, you're so squishy. You're playing into the demon's hand. That's what he wants. You're gonna lose that fight every time because he's super strong. He's the puppeteer. So if he power possessed, especially, he's super strong, and you're super squishy. It's not a
This can't be happening.
good situation to be in. Oh, you're the support Ash.
No, I was Hunter Ash.
Oh, you were being carried. You were being carried by the.
The consequences.
I
of an
wasn't even
unsealed
being
breach
carried. I
are
was dead. Like
unmistakable.
like healer at
Do
support
not blame
Ash was
yourself.
off on his own.
I am responsible.
I was
for the fall of
following
man.
on your stream. It was
No,
following. I think he
no,
picked you up.
panned. No, I panned over to him because you can while you're.
How do you pan over to? How do you do
I
that?
think it's right and left on the direction pad.
What?
Yeah.
All this time, bro. I didn't know that. See this? I have every character maxed out, and I did not know that. I just sat there like an asshole. I just sat there staring at my dead corpse.
Nice.
That's how you've been able to know shit going on.
I'll be right back. I gotta take a leak. Ooh-wee. Alright, get this Siggy
Take a breather. Well, I don't know if smoking a ciggy is a breather, but yeah, man. Just play to your character strengths, and just remember you get reduced stamina consumption.
Right.
Walk backwards like you were doing, but you stepped up to engage with melee. Fight that urge. Try to work on the dodging. And I know it gets frustrating, so if you miss that first one, he's going to hit you with another one at least. And don't try to hit X again. Take that, because you got to kind of reset yourself.
Yeah.
So if he hits you with one, he
world.
might hit you again, but just work on the timing. It's either you're going to need to be quicker or later on the
I
X.
gotta get out of here. Nothing's gonna stop me.
And I know you're going to be moving to another game anyway, so it's not like I'd say we could go into a private match and I'll just keep attacking you and you can try to work on the dodge, but unfortunately the hunters, I think the reason why they give him the stamina consumption is, in my opinion, they feel like the squishiest guy. Like, the reason he's trying to go for you is you guys do the most damage, but you're the easiest to kill if you just can stay on them and they don't dodge well.
Well, this guy had a fast repossess time and shit too.
Good. Bad.
Like, he was repossessing
guy with
shit
the gun.
really fast.
Well, he could have gotten a jump scare after he possessed. After you knock him out. Like, when I get knocked out, I usually have it. So, I try to, when I play the possession game, to go in there with 250 energy. If I can possess something without dropping a portal and there's a couple guys around, I'll do that. And then when that Ash knocks me out, I just keep spamming the L1 until I can possess something nearby, and I just instantly go into something else. There's like a second delay, but... And I know it feels like you do nothing when you hit the elites and the bosses, but I assure you, you are doing something. If you nail them with it, you're reducing the amount of time that they're sitting in that elite or boss.
This is Professor Raymond Noby. Log entry
Takes
number
a chunk
6.
of the energy out.
I can never make amends for the evil I have unleashed, but
So don't be afraid to use it, like,
halt its spread.
like when he starts possessing elites and shit, you might want to hold off on using it unless you're caught in a bad one-on-one situation.
The first thing you will
Use it on the
require is a
elites,
map
whatever,
of the lost
reduce the
pieces of
time
the
there and that
Necronomicon
shit.
and Kandarian dagger. The pieces of this map are hidden nearby. Find them.
I'll do what I can with this thing.
This looks painful.
And I'll tell you what, you don't have to go crazy, but I know this may sound nuts, but the very first point you put in, drop it in fear. Just 1 point. See how the possession plays out for you. Because that's pretty much your mini game. They do give you one. And don't get me wrong, there's times where you just keep getting jump scared. There's nothing you can do. Like, you're gonna get fucking turned red. And just try to stay by, what is that,
Okay,
Cheryl that you're
Cheryl,
near?
now
Are
let's
you near 2 of
banish
them or
evil.
1 of them? Can't make it out.
Ooh, chainsaw.
It doesn't get any groovier than this. I'm going. That's right, suckers. I created light. Deadites do not like light. I can say that from personal experience.
You know that you can ask for the long ammo too, right?
Yeah, I know.
Whatever gun you're using.
Yeah, I know. I gotta hold L1.
Yeah. And just go to the ammo thing in the top right. Yeah, see, even with only 1 point and you're by yourself, it's going up slower. But just keep your mind out. You're completely isolated.
Yeah, I know.
And you have a point. You have a point to spend too.
Dude, they run so fast.
I didn't want to do this. Actually, that's not true. Eat this.
Sounds like he's shooting at something.
Well, that's stupid. If he was shooting, then that means the man knows where you are now. But you see the difference already? Look at your fear to the other guys that are by themselves. Well, one just went down to see what a fire, but or use the ability. Just that 1 point is making a difference.
Yeah.
You should be aware that you're by yourself. It's starting to go up while you're fighting shit by yourself. So you should think about a fire, or at least getting close to one.
Wow, it's on the other side. Ah!
Oh, just the light in here will bring your fear down too, by the way. It's a lot slower, but when you get under that fluorescent light...
The survivors have acquired the first piece of the map.
Here.
Take heart.
I think that was just a swag guy. I mean, if you had the guy shooting, there's a good chance.
GTTT Cox. Welcome
Dear
to my
Cox,
channel.
what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream.
GTTT Cox said.
But see, just being in here, your fear's going
I
down.
could never get enough of these. Still swinging. Who's next?
Yeah, he knows I'm here.
Well, you're not alone either.
One down.
Yeah, he definitely hit somebody. Look at their fear levels. Yep, he's playing some
Late
rules.
if I wasn't hunted by
Welcome
evil.
to my channel.
What's up, Lurks? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy?
Everybody relax. I'm on my way.
I would just run into a wall.
You might as well take a car now. That vault right there is going to be your best friend. If you run into a possessed around here, play with those windows. That will ruin his day. They can't vault in and out like you can.
I didn't want to do this. Actually, that's not true.
Who you fucking hitting, bitch? Eat that shit. While you're waiting on him, spend your points.
Oh, I thought I already did.
He picked up 2 more. It's alright, they're in now. Got 1 more. Oh shit, he's right there. You might want to drive right up to the fire.
Yeah, why not? They all got out. Oh.
Another piece of the map has been collected. Your group is making progress against the Dark Spirit.
What are they dealing with?
I don't know, boy. Ooh, did you push the limits on that?
A lot more where that came from.
Are you full on shemps? Go grab that shemp that dude just marked.
Ooh, how I've missed these.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, bearings. I thought we just snowed.
Oh, nice. You want to stay by that head, man. He cancels. See that? He's canceling out traps. That guy right there you're next to now?
Everybody relax. I'm
You
on
and
my
him
way.
will be a beast together. Whoever's getting tied up, the other one can shoot the shit out of him. But he cancels all those fucking... You won't have elite spawn and left and right. You stick by him. That's a special flashlight. It cancels out the traps, man.
Oh, that's cool.
Loudest is up. Yeah, dude. And with he's in your party, you have a higher chance of finding rarer chests. Definitely want him to take one if you can.
I even dodged you.
Surgery.
Yeah, the dodge works better when you're facing him.
No, I guess we're gonna split up. Oh, wait. I thought we were doing the dagger.
Yeah, you still don't have the third piece yet. I think walking was a poor choice for your group.
The final piece has been collected, making the map whole again and revealing the whereabouts of the Kandarian dagger and the lost pages of the Necronomicon.
I didn't want to do this. Actually, that's not
Turn
true.
your flashlight on, bro. Get probably more ammo that way.
You do what?
Turn your flashlight on.
No, I thought it was on. I thought it died actually more than anything.
That's the good stuff.
He knows where you are. If you need to, take the shot off. You have like 24 extra rounds. Right?
Surgery.
Don't be afraid to like shoot. You're taking a lot of rough hits. Yeah, that guy. Every time you see that ability, that's a trap he just fucking canceled out.
Yeah.
You need to fire. Woo.
I'm going. I'm going.
These guys are taking too long.
They haven't found it yet. Oh, they found it.
Yeah, you're funny.
Send you dipwads back
Hop on
one
the car,
by
beat
one.
the one. There's that car right there in the center of them all. To your right. So if I had a constructive criticism, you gauge with everything you see, where and a lot of times you end up taking a hit while you're doing it, where you could probably outrun them and take one, maybe two hits in the back before you get past them, and still be able to push more towards a person or whatever. Don't waste your last matchstick.
Give me some ammo. Anybody holding?
Still got a ways to go, brother. Let her do it.
That's right, suck.
I need potassium chlorate.
You could let her do it. It saves one for yourself because they ain't gonna help you when you need it.
I don't have
So
any
let her get
matches.
You had one. You had one, and she was trying to light it up. I was trying to tell you, let her light it
I'm
up.
taking charge here.
Save your
Let's
matchstick.
move in our current main objective.
Drop special ammo for him. For Ed. Drop your special on your.
There's a lot more where that came from.
Wow.
That's right. Who's laughing now, huh?
Surprised he hasn't dropped the boss on you guys yet.
I'm kind of surprised
Love that
too.
for us.
I'm probably gonna regret doing this.
Hold on, gotta reload.
No, I didn't. Oh wow. Ooh, gold boomstick. I'll
Double
take
barrel here.
it.
Blow your butts to kingdom come.
The lost pages of the Necronomicon have been activated. Steel yourself for battle.
I keep forgetting there's a delay.
Yeah, it's not a very long one now, actually. I kind of fixed it.
Yeah, you said that shit though like 3 6. So when I told you to drop the ammo, it was when he was staring at you at the fire.
That's not true.
Not when you had actually dropped it. So I'll keep my mouth shut with that shit. It's not bad at all. But yeah, like you said, the boomstick thing.
He said he needed potassium chloride, which is the matches, and I didn't have
A
any.
lot more where that came from.
That was the issue right there.
Yeah, and when I was saying, oh, you should let her light it, it was too late. You had already gone through that. Like that moment had already passed.
Actually, that's not true.
There's a Flautus up though, right? That everybody's just going ham on all the shit.
Starting to
I'm
slip.
keeping things alive. I'm keeping the circle alive.
That one down. Not dead yet. Now you see.
Oh, I'm possessed.
Humanity's savior will take your soul.
He's using special ammo?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Huh.
You drop it in the center, he'll eventually pick it up. More than likely,
more where that came
especially when he's probably got a crossbow. You got a ton of ammo. Guys will start dropping it. Start dodging back, and you can just fucking loosen the fucking trash if you have to. That shotgun is gonna murder shit. And you've already maxed it out. You just... I keep forgetting I'm on a delay. But boy, you cannot help yourself. I gotta tell you, after you've done your objective of doing the 5 guys, your warrior class is all you.
Not going out like
And the Flautus is up, which by the way gives Evil Ash 18.
Yeah, I
Fighting
know.
like me.
You gotta be more careful. Can't let this.
This still shows things revive.
I call this one
It's almost over. It's better cleared away.
I'm not through. You deadite scum yet.
On your feet.
And you see, that's the
Stick
shit
with
that pisses me off. She led him away. She's the only one fucking dealing with Evil Ash. What are the other two doing? You spin around, they're fucking fighting fucking trash.
Ugly son of a bitch will get under my skin.
Sharon Air Zero X.
Somebody shot me.
Welcome to my channel. Sharon Air Zero X.
No, I don't.
Shoot that motherfucker right in the head.
Famous
Bang.
by followers,
Right up to
friends, and viewers on mountviewers.com.
Yeah, Sharon, whatever, X, don't come in here with that shit. It's not welcome.
End of the line.
What happened?
Nah! It's after me! Possess! Oh, thank you.
Your team has secured the lost
Oh.
pages of the Necronomicon, exceeding my expectations and giving hope to my lost soul.
Remember your special ability.
Yeah,
It was up to.
Oh, I know.
Although, again, don't be surprised it doesn't do a whole lot because the guy
got some
probably
ammo?
had
Throw
full
it.
energy because you get the unlimited energy.
I need some ammo. Help a friend out? Heads up. Look at this.
You should probably drop 2 of the amulets for her too, dude. She has been doing that shit pretty well. She's been trying to keep people up. Just hit square twice on your. Oh well.
Give me some
Again,
ammo. Anybody
delayed,
loading?
so I don't know if you guys are
Oh,
still in the ring.
shit. No, I just dropped them all, too. God damn.
That's all right. Like it does.
Does
Again,
she do the
if
same
she's
thing?
Pablo?
No, that's not Pablo. That's
it's okay.
some other dude.
No, he's just a dick. Oh, he might just be bringing him over to her. Yeah, I think he dropped him for her.
Rainmaker said,
Okay.
welcome to my channel. Thanks for hanging out. Make
Alright,
sure to like,
so-
follow, and subscribe to show your support.
The way you're playing your Ash, if I make anything that's going to make an immediate change to you because you are not dodging, you should be spending the points elsewhere outside of stamina.
Well, I dodge when I need to.
I didn't want to do this.
I know, but I've been watching you a few games now, and even before when I was talking about Anarchy. But honestly,
The Kandarian dagger is
I'm not saying don't put it in there, but
Summon
like
your
you
courage
already
and
almost
stay
have
put.
stamina maxed out with the way that you have a tendency to play, which again, it's not bad, but you'd be better off putting those points into melee and health. I mean, only 4 points between the two.
Yeah.
And then you just have like 1 point left over in stamina. That is without like saying you have to change your gameplay style. That would probably do. Would do. Yeah, I saw you pick up the blue chainsaw. That's why I went.
That's what I call.
You'll probably have more success if you concentrate. Like I said, start a point in fear. Still put your range up as you want, but put 1 to maybe 2 points in fear. And then after you get your range up, I'd worry about your health in the middle of that too, health. And then your melee, because since you're meleeing the way you are, if you put the 2 points in there, you're going to bring the R3 up after 1 history 17. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I just... You're doing everything else is right. I just, for every point you put in stamina, if you put that into melee and health before you put it all in stamina like that, I think you'll have on your next run if you do
the only
that.
thing that really kills me is the way that dodge works in this game.
It's a timing.
I'm
Again,
dodging, like, I've learned that dodging towards him, I can dodge it, but the dodging away part is, God, dude, just been really quick.
Now,
he's gotta last a few more minutes.
Get that soul to an altar.
And that's what I'm saying. By the time you're done playing them, I don't know if you're really... At this point, instead of focusing on, you know, going crazy stamina, because that is one of his strengths. You know, when you get it at 5, I forget what it is, but it gives you the big reduction and you have a big pool.
Yeah.
But you're mostly using your stamina for running, but you don't even run. You're not even running away from the guys. You're engaging, which again, I'm not telling you to change your gameplay, but since this is your habit of how you play, your style, that even playing the hunter, still max your range out the way you are. Put a point in fear to start off the match. Just, it did make a difference if you didn't notice.
It did. Yeah, I saw a difference. I was able to run off on my own more.
I'd even say put 2.
Well, I think that's all I can.
Again,
I think that's all there is 2, isn't there?
No, you can hold 3 for the hunters, I believe. No, you're right. Might be right though. I know it's only 2 for your health and your melee. So that's why I said instead of maxing out your stamina and range both go to 5. And I think your shield and your fear go to 3. But instead of maxing out your stamina like that, max out your melee and your fucking health first, because it's gonna help you with the way you're playing anyways.
Oh,
so
this guy.
a lot more than 5 points of stamina is like, even in this match right now, you would have done a whole lot better having the extra health and doing the extra melee damage than you did having stamina in this match. Oh, he just possessed the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah.
Have I attacked anyone? It wasn't me.
My soul back into my body.
It's gonna be like this the rest of the match. I'm probably running out of time.
Oh yeah, no, you guys, pretty sure you guys have lost this one. It's not looking good. Even if he pulls everybody out, the demon now is just so fucking high up there. It's a fucking major uphill battle. But yeah, man, I enjoyed being able to watch it from another player's perspective. And again, like I said, man, I'm not trying to tell you.
Oh no, I'm not. I take all the criticism I can get. Take all the advice I can get.
I am by no means, even with all my guys max, the end all be all of playing this, and I know that, and I don't want it to come out that way. When I'm watching you, I'm not thinking, oh, he should. I'm like, all right, what's gonna make life better for him? Like, I'm just pointing out, like, all right, I'm watching how you play, and
you might
Definitely,
without
a doubt, though, dude, you could do some serious damage. The group has begun to collect the
playing like Henry.
Initiating a period
Henry
of
has a nasty skill.
Remain close
and
to
the warrior ash, that fucking wise man's potion. Do you know that I get when I drink that potion a total of like 85% damage resistance to any possessed unit? Like, that's insane, dude. And the Henry has that invincibility, which is great for picking people up. If you pop that, pick anybody up, and they can't knock you out of it. You're invincible. And his shit's pretty cool. Like, you know, you're like, it starts with an extra bar, and he makes the bar longer, but that ability at level 10, he reflects damage back to you.
Man down. Get up, we got killing to do.
The game's... You're on an uphill battle, bro. Start shooting the shit out of these guys. Oh, that was a big shot, too.
Yeah.
He caught you with the, you know what happened there? He was busy behind you. He caught you with the last bit of his combo. The big hit. That's why, dude, that took fucking... But again, you didn't put any points in health yet. So you might have been at like half. No, I know. I'm just, what I'm getting at is like, there's what I'm talking about. You would have been at, still would have taken half your bar off. That shit took like fucking 3/4. Still half on one hit, still a pretty big hit.
You see, they know about the animations now.
I don't want to die. You're not gonna leave me here, are you?
What is my body doing all the way
Lost a
down
friend,
there?
but this ain't over. Not by a long shot.
Again, man, keep in mind, winning is nice, but when you're leveling up the guys, the guys that consistently beat me, honestly, I can tell they've maxed out their characters. Not the whole party necessarily, but there's usually, in my losses, there's usually 2 with maxed out characters that know what the fuck they're doing, and it makes it difficult. Because that last ability is a game changer for every character, or mostly every character.
Oh yeah.
But you know, when you're leveling up guys like you are, once you hit 25, how often are you playing that guy? No, you're going to go level something else up.
Yeah.
You know, it becomes that's where I like to run in the demons solo, because even in the matches that ended quick, win or lose, I still made a decent amount of spirit points.
Well,
I felt it was good.
he just keeps spawning the ladies.
Yeah, I know, but this dude's pimping it, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's about to die.
Make it.
Touches me.
Yeah, it don't look good. Is that the warrior Ash though?
I think so.
Do you have a shield up?
All he's gotta do is get the tip filled before the timer runs out.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna keep R3 in it.
Yeah,
Yep, it is the warrior Ash. So he used the wise man potion, he got some of this shit. Now what sucks though is if this guy possesses him and pulls him out of the circle.
Go ahead and run. Run home with your tail between your legs. Go
the
cry
tip
to
didn't
mama.
fill up.
The living have seized the Kandarian dagger.
Oh!
Are one step closer to defeating the spirits of the book.
Damn!
He was so
slow.
And the Kandarian dagger.
He tried like a fucking boss.
If you have failed to seal the breach,
What you? Oh,
I fear there's nothing more to say.
like you guys were like a second away from fucking popping up.
Man, like it
That was
spawned
right
me
on me.
in and everything.
Well, Chaos, you have a good
sucked.
night. Good night to your streamers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. I could talk, but I just couldn't late tonight.
Hey, it kills. It's all good, dude. You was really distracted talking to Anarchy.
Well, not just that. I was distracted before then. I was actually planning. That's why I had mentioned earlier. I was planning on watching you more than I was planning tonight. My eyes hurt, fucking, from my glasses, and just. I think I hit burnout point at this game almost.
Well, you've maxed out all your characters.
Yeah, but to be fair, I didn't play them all. So there's still a lot that I have to play with, like, as far as where I have their skills might not be the best spot. Because, again, I just did most of those points I got was from playing the demon. Just play the demon for fucking 5 hours, dude. I ended up with, like, fucking 200,000 points. Because I get an extra 30 every time I level up. So for every 35,000 points, I now have 65. So I play for 4 hours straight. Okay, so can I make a suggestion? Go back to your Ash.
Okay.
Just hear me out on this. Just hear me out on this one. I know it's delayed. So I initially, with the Ash, took what you did. That last bullet in the chamber does crazy damage. Which you're starting to fill up, right?
Yes, I'm already at 2.
Yeah, so I found that with this particular one, that really works if you're going to take a guy where you know that you're just going to, like, if not use the if you're going to use the blunderbuss or the crossbow, really is where that shines. Because every shot you're doing is crazy damage. Whereas this, you're counting on that second one and you're putting a lot of points into it. You might even be better just fucking maxing out your headshot first and then working that. And again, even with the way you play, you might even want to, I'm not saying go to the fear, but maybe put that towards your health and maybe shields take a little bit of damage reduction. But for the points you spend. Again, so hear me out. Just in your play style, right? The 3 points you have in the close range, you're not. It might be something you can get to. I think it's a great skill, but you might not be utilizing it with the points you have down that row.
I normally use mid to long range.
Yeah, so
I try not
that's
to
what
get
I'm
up
saying.
close. And I generally.
I mean, you might even be better with maxing out since you use like range. That whole top row area might be good for you. The recoil, the spread, the long distance shooting. Like, I don't use the long distance shooting too much because most of my shooting I go up close for. But if you're staying from a distance, I'm just saying that maybe those points, and again, they're the same thing with the stamina. You're not getting your dodges off. You're throwing yourself into melee. You might want to put your skill points to your strengths at that point. Maybe get yourself some extra health and some damage reduction. Like, just not throwing it out there that skill isn't as great as I thought it was going to be with him, because you're relying on your second shot to be the shot every time. But when you're in the heat of battle, you can't really think about that. And it does do extra damage. And the up close, if you can remember to do it, I'm talking it does amazing. But the problem is as soon as you get up close, the bosses are coming on to you because they know you're a DPS and they want you gone.
Right.
But I have had parties fucking pull it on me when there's multiple ashes. I just figured I'd throw that out there. Like, I think, what do you got, a total of like fucking 8, 9, 10 points there? That those 10 points might be more valuable to you while you're leveling up somewhere else. Like,
you're talking
you could
about
drop
the staminas and the last chamber, that section.
Yeah, all of that. That whole bottom row. In all honesty, with your play style, you could probably find better use for those 10 or 11 points, whatever you have there. I don't have my glasses on. In all honesty, like, you might be better off giving yourself more health and then the little bit of damage reduction, or, go towards the headshots if you think you're confident in hitting them. The balance bar, though, dude, that balance bar you skip past, that is huge if you are making your gunshots off on the guy. That's what keeps the boss. So that's what's with the shotgun, especially. 2 good blasts with the shotgun is going to do crazy balance. But so you might not be killing the possessed elite or the possessed unit or the boss, but you're fucking stunning him in place, you're helping stun him quicker by having more balance bar damage.
What do you think about the I ain't afraid of no trap perk? Would it be a good one to max out, or?
Again, I just put 1 point into it. I just use it to lead my way over to, like, when I do go down that row. It's not, if you're going on your own and you find yourself having those, but what is it, a max? Is that one 20%? Let me put my glasses on. Look at my own shit.
It's 25% maxed out.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a significant bonus, and there are times where traps are your problem. So I mean, if you're having an issue with the fear, that is something that I think that's probably better than the other fear thing. But again, I just put the 1 point in each. I get a little bonus, and I would lead up to the health. When I was one of my guys, Kelly is like that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would reset them, right? Put your 1 point in there.
Yeah.
You can max out the hollow points. That'll open up. I would just spend 6 points, go right to the health, max that bad boy out, and then go back up to the top things. Because things you could probably get away with not needing on those top ones is, well, the reduced spread is nice. You need that.
That dismemberment thing it does wonders. The dismemberment, the shotgun mainly.
Yeah, no. All of it's good, but the dismemberment one to the left, right there, divide and conquer. I know it's good, but I mean, usually when you're blasting somebody with a shotgun, with the points you put in, are they even surviving it?
Some of them.
Besides the possessed units. What level is your character? 22? 23.
Yeah.
So this is...
So I took 2 out of the divide and conquer and put it all.
I mean, to give you an idea, dude. I just looked at my Ash and I was enjoying him the last I played him. I literally, me personally, I filled everything up on top because I was taking different shit. I probably am gonna change this up actually now. But I had everything up on top. I was taking long distance shots. You have 23 points. I would say I would try something like this. Boom, boom, 1, 2, 3 there yet. Probably don't need the. Definitely put that.
I don't really have a problem with.
Welcome to my
the
channel.
recoil. What's up, A10?
No, that's what I was. Yeah. And then.
All right.
So, you usually are popping a shield on yourself, right? But you said you like the dismemberment, right?
If I think about it.
Because, if you think about putting on the shields, you mean?
Yeah, if I have one on me.
Yeah. So, yeah, you could get away with this. Beautiful. So you do like that.
This is what I'm looking at right now. I got a 4-4, 1, 2, 4, and a 3 all maxed out. I got 1 into the dismemberment, and then I have 1, 1, 1, then 2 into the health.
Based on what so I'm gonna send you this.
This
is
health.
With me. So this is what I would suggest right now, and you'll have 2 points left over when you're done. Where you want to put them is entirely up to you, but this is just this is what I did with if I had 23 points like you would have. So let me send it to you. Dun, dun, dun. What I think with the way you play, because I think that the fear points are going to help you, the max health is going to help you. And you just gotta get in the habit of shooting and taking those headshots. That's where you're gonna do the fucking crazy damage. There we go.
Alright, so I guess you're sending me a picture in PlayStation?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Just sent it.
Alright.
Which is pretty close to what you have, but this would give you max health right now and leave you to put a point to max out your dismemberment after, I believe. I'm trying to remember what I had here. But I did that just to give you the max health. That's what I was thinking. Like, if you have the points, get the max health now and spend the 2 points in the health way before you spend them on the stamina. Whatever order is fine. I still stand by it with every character. I put 1 point in fear for my first point, just because.
Right.
Every character. That's the first thing I do when I'm playing. But that again, I'm not saying that's what I would do in your situation, because it's giving you still the good shit with the shotgun. You could put the point afterwards into dismemberment, and then the other one into increasing your range, or you could add extra to the fear traps. Fear, you do get a lot of fear from the traps.
You didn't use tough as hell?
Oh, you could even do that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. So you could even get a... So if you're going to think that, you could even get away with it.
That's just the reduce, because they seem to fuck me up sometimes. Like, I'll have full health, and then like 1 or 2 swings, and I'm dead.
How often are you banging out the headshots with a shotgun?
I mean, like I said, I generally save it for possessed and bosses. I don't.
Okay, so
I try to conserve. That's why because what I was originally thinking about doing was I was gonna go for the stamina build and work my way down to the lone wolf and devastating force, because I'm working with a chainsaw, and I got a feeling that would benefit
So,
me
I
because
mean,
I find myself, like I kept saying, I find myself meleeing more than anything.
even if you don't want to. All right, so check this out.
Yeah, even if I'm pushed into certain positions where, like in the last 2 rounds ago, I had that dude wasted all my ammo, so all I had was the melee, and then I'm not going down like a bitch. I know that guy's gonna catch me, so I might as well go down swinging instead of running like a pussy because I know I'm gonna die anyways.
Well, you could always do this. Because remember, at level 25, you're going to get the balance bar and everything. So.
Oh, yeah, the balance bar perk and the dismemberment perk.
Yeah. You could go this route. And 10% on the cooldown. What is the cooldown on that? No, it's not. It takes it off 6 seconds.
That cooldown isn't really worth it.
This will leave you with 2 points. Oh my god, I can't believe I pulled this off. So this is going to seem crazy. But again, this is based off of your style of play. All right? And where you put your 2 points afterwards, I wouldn't fault you if you put a point into the lone wolf. So here, I want to send you this screenshot of what I just... Again, this is not how I would pick my Hunter Ash. I am picking this based off of it. And that was actually a good point. We'll say yes, because I accidentally don't know how to. But try this out, bro. This is, you have enough points for this. See how this works out for you. Because you got a valid point. So they might as well, again, play to your strengths. Right? You got to play to your strengths. That's... me, I min-max, but again, I believe in playing to the strengths, so I min-max the strengths of the characters, but if you have a certain gameplay. And you'll have 2 points coming, so it's up to you if you want to max out Lone Wolf and put another point into the dismemberment, or if you want to spend the 2 points on the dismemberment. You're taking away your headshot damage, but you're giving yourself health and survivability and melee damage. So you're still doing crazy damage with your shotgun. And you still do more damage to the headshot. You're just losing a 25% bonus on the damage to the headshot. But by sacrificing that, and the sacrifices I made with the recoil,
seems a little bit more. It does seem.
And the stop
my play style.
Right, like so basically I sacrifice with this, I sacrifice what I would normally take, the headshot damage and the balance bar and some of your dismemberment, but now you have damage reduction, increased health, minor fear resistances and damage resistance from trap. But now you got the increased damage of being by yourself, which you find yourself being, right?
That's because they're lollygagging, and I'm trying to push the objective.
Listen, there was no judgment with that at all, dude. They got the skill on here for a reason.
Yeah, I know.
I got you. But even when we're together, we find ourselves getting separated, just searching houses, and then all of a sudden he spawns a bunch of guys in there. Well, technically you're alone in that moment.
Yeah.
So maxing that out wouldn't be bad to get the extra 30% on top of your 15%, which, again, it's fitting your playstyle. And don't always grab the chainsaw, dude. Go for whatever fucking favorite weapon you want at this point.
Something with dismembering, that's for sure, because it seems to rock their world when I'm hitting them.
I feel like he has the one ability, and I love the Hunter Ash, but that ability, that Treasure Hunter. No, the Treasure Hunter ability.
Oh yeah, where I could see all the chests through his.
We can hear him. When was the last time that you needed to see it before you heard it?
I mean,
it might pop up, but
helps because I know it's upstairs. That means I can run upstairs before everybody else and maybe get.
Yeah, no, he's a great character.
I get something decent out of it before someone else comes up and snatches something I may potentially need. That's kind of what I start thinking when I start seeing chests. Like, ooh, I need to get to that. Maybe I'll get something.
If anybody watching your stream would be like, why is he telling him to build it like this? To anybody that's asking that, again, it's to your playstyle. No. You're sacrificing some headshot damage and
Corey Slater.
balance bar damage, but you're
Welcome
giving
to my
yourself
channel.
Survivability.
Corey Slater.
Yeah, and again, you might
said, Just
even
popped
be
in for a
better.
few
This
minutes.
is crazy to say.
Figured you might
You
kike
might
an
even be
extra
better maxing
Yeah.
out the lone wolf and putting 3 points in the melee.
Polska, because I saw something about Polska going. Yeah, I'm debating on getting that last little melee skill down there.
The lone wolf, now that I'm looking at it, dude, it's a better payoff because if you're alone,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a 30% fucking increase with 2 points. That's a lot better than the 15% at max.
And then I could
You'll still
probably,
have 9.
You know what?
Still have 9.
I think I might actually go with capping Lone Wolf and putting at least 1 point into Wig Splitter.
Yeah, there you go. Again, you could stop at Lone Wolf, right? The same setup. The Lone Wolf, actually, now that I'm looking at the actual numbers, you could put those 4 points of Wig Splitter and just max out Lone Wolf and put another point in your dismemberment one that you like, the Divide and Conquer.
Take out of which one?
Instead of taking the 4 points in Devastating Force, the melee, because it's a 15%, you could put all of those or split them between wigs. Like, you could do whatever.
You ain't wrong.
Those 4 points.
You ain't wrong.
Like, those 4 points aren't as good as 2 points in Lone Wolf for the bonus you're probably going to get in the situation where you're going to need the melee damage.
Yeah, that Lone Wolf should help enough.
Yeah.
That 30% damage will really fucking help.
And then you could still split those 4 points. So again, you're gonna have 2 more points after the points you have 2. So you'll have a 2. You take those 4 away, you're gonna have 6. You can put 4 in Wig Splitter and 2 in your Divide and Conquer.
I think that's what I'm
God,
gonna
I'm
do.
such a talker.
I'm gonna max out.
I'm not even playing. I still can't get my ass off the fucking games.
Yeah, you said you was gonna go like an hour or 2 hours ago.
Man, I said I was gonna get off at fucking 2 o'clock.
You said bye when Anarchy was getting off, and
then I said bye again. Yeah, bro, I'm fucking terrible. But anyways, you know what it is very few things I'm knowledgeable in, and if I can fucking
you sunk a lot of time into this, so
Rainmaker said.
Again, a lot of it's on the demon side.
Thanks
I feel I'm pretty good demon authority now.
To show your support.
Not so much on the characters. And again, the game's changing, man. I have groups where I would love to play them again. Like, I wish I could just talk to all 4 of them and be like, hey guys, can we set up private matches? Because there's been a couple groups where I'm like, you're gonna make me better. But a lot of it too, man, sometimes, dude, I start off, the first area I go shoot myself towards is the first map piece, and they're nowhere near it. So I have all the time in the world, and I showed up there with full energy. So now I've trapped the shit out of the entire area. And now when they show up to get their first map piece, I have guys popping up everywhere, and they're not that strong. But then again, you could start in the area like Fisherman's Village, and there's 5 fucking chests, and you guys, before you get to your first map piece, all have fucking 11 fucking points of fucking pink shit to fucking use. So the dynamic changes. So that's one of the things I like about this game is you have to adapt. Like, oh shit, who just hit me for all that damage is a question I've been asking myself now more than I did before. Okay, you're the problem. Or who's the one that's running off and collecting all these map pieces? Oh, I'm gonna find you, bitch. Who's the one that keeps coming after my? They just all the things that happen. Man, there's some people that play Cheryl. Usually, people that play Cheryl, they're a pain in my fucking ass. The ones that have been playing her from like the beginning, they're just fucking crazy good.
I got pretty
Amanda
there.
Kelly's a fucking pain in the ass because her ability does 2 things. It inflicts bleeding with any shot she takes, all right, which is minor, but she gets unlimited dodge for like 7 seconds.
Yeah,
just unlimited stamina, unlimited dodge, bro.
And stamina.
Yeah, you can literally just spam it in one direction and just gone. And then her level 25 ability, even though she's only got 2 points in melee, when you look at that fucking last ability of hers, man, she gets a hold of a good fucking gold fucking melee weapon and stays fighting in melee. The potential for her damage is really gross. And
it
then
doesn't matter the weapon,
like,
even though it shows her with a literal meat hammer.
Yeah, well, I mean,
in
yeah,
this picture, in her avatar thing, it shows her with
she
the
gets
baseball bat.
she gets improvements with meat. You know, she gets improvements with the meat hammer. That's one of her abilities. She does get. I'm smoking a cigarette now, and then I'm going to bed after this. But
yeah,
she does get improvements with the meat hammer. It's the same thing like this. Listen,
channel.
If you see a gun, a hunting rifle that's gold, and the damage is through the roof, don't be afraid to take it. Yeah, you're losing out on your benefits from the double barrel, but you still have all your other benefits for ranged weapons.
The perks in the ranged weapon, yeah.
Don't let it lock you in to where you pass up on a really good weapon. Now, what I said, if it's something like a crossbow,
Value stop was
but like something where you can get a couple shots off, like you do with your double barrel, at least the hunting rifle or the shotgun or the lever action.
I don't plan anymore. I don't even think about the future. While everyone else dreams of peace on Earth and puppies, my eyes are wide open to the evil.
But yeah, I found not letting myself get locked into a role helped. Now, I still believe in, though, with the fucking certain warrior classes, like, if they get a bonus using their weapon, you should probably keep their weapon unless it's something really good.
Corey Slater said,
Ash has the
Bless
chainsaw,
you,
Henry has the sword, Scotty gets the lumberjack axe. I fuck the lumberjack axe.
Warrior Ash just does it shows him with the chainsaw. Yeah,
he uses the chainsaw. He gets bonuses with the chainsaw.
Faster attack speed.
Dude.
And
He gets the bonuses.
I got a weird loadout with him, but it worked.
So I went damage dealing, but I found that coming across the ones that are real difficult, as long as you get that 50% bonus on the combos and you build them like a tank, it's effective because you can sit there. So he's the one guy I really like the 50% combos, him and Henry, because you can sit there and take all the hits.
You're looking at my stream, right?
I'm not actually. I'm outside smoking a cigarette. So by having him as like a fucking kind of tanky guy, you can sit there and take all that shit, and then you can hit your full combo off on him without worrying about getting murdered, because you can get a total for the possessed units, and altogether with damage reduction, I think it comes out to like 35%, and your Wise Man's Potion does 50% damage reduction. So you end up with a total of like 85% after you pop that potion for however many seconds. So, possess comes, pop the potion, let's do this. They get hit with that last hit of your chainsaw combo, and it's like, oh shit. And the balance bar damage it does is ridiculous. But they don't start him with a chainsaw, they start the fucking leader guy with a chainsaw. It's a really weird setup.
So I kind of went with somewhat of a balance. I would probably sacrifice. It fit my play style.
I think you'd like Henry, man. I think you would like Henry.
Spread around.
There's nothing wrong with that. You should see what my demons, because they go to 45. You should see some of the crazy shit that I have. Like, I'll have a whole row of 1 just to get to 1 ability to put at 3 points. But I'm getting a little taste of each of the things that I'm going down, but I'm not really taking that for that. Or I'm forced to get abilities I don't really use that often, like the Deadite for the Warlord, the Elites. I have that Stomp maxed out, but I hardly ever take over the Elites with her. Because I love just looking at... So when you rip an arm off, you gain a bunch of health back. I don't know why. It's the craziest thing. So I love somebody shooting at me or whatever, that I just look at them and I rip my arm off and then beat them with my arm, and then the puke. Puke is awesome, dude. I love the puke. Henrietta's becoming one of my favorite ones to play. Puppeteer's good, but man, you gotta catch them early because late game it's tough, especially if they fucking. I have to stick and move with them, man.
We had that one Puppeteer match earlier, and it was level 3, and we were kicking ass, and then out of nowhere, where I really started like getting frustrated and shit. I find it just like it got really hard, really fucking fast.
Yep, and you know where I find I do the best damage with him is if I can cast him not in one of the. If I can cast him before the objectives, I can do the most damage with him because I can play stick and move tactics to my heart's content. And a lot of people have a hard time finding him. I find I usually make myself a target of survivor because I can follow that fucking zappity zap real fucking quick.
Made this game. I totally agree.
The what? Something wrong with what?
Someone said something wrong with the people that made this game.
Why?
You'd have to ask Corey. I don't know if you can hear him, Corey. He asks why. Yep.
Corey Slater said,
"Puke and beat him with
the
wet
and beat him with the wet end."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You rip off your own arm. Now, there's I think 3 different types of lower deadites you can spawn as her. So you don't really know if they spawn with an axe in their hand. You can't rip your arm off because you have a weapon. But the other ones will spawn without weapons, and you can turn your arm into a club, and the damage increases.
From the mind of Sam Raimi.
Yeah. I mean, dude, a lot of people don't use it as much. Everybody fucking doesn't use it, but the Puppeteer, those guys don't have to all self-destruct. I fucking take control of them and I throw their fucking heads at them. When I got them grouped up on something, I'll fucking take control of a quick little fucking dude real quick and just throw my head at him. And it kills the guy, but it fucking throws an explosion at him. They can't dodge that as easy. Everybody knows that when you kill them, you need to jump back, right? And you only get caught like when shit gets chaotic. But what they're not expecting is like the explosion to be thrown at them.
The Castle of Candor
they got
is
a
an
lot of cool
obsession for my
abilities.
I guess that's where I picked it up.
I don't use them as much as
the
I'd like
castle's
on the
rear
Puppeteer
chamber
because
when
it's
we
all
found
about
it.
getting out my elite.
Natural.
Power possessing that, and then hopefully I can get the boss out quick. And even if I do it in the objective, if I can't get him in the beginning of the objective, I won't bring him out. I'll save him to try to catch him after the objective. Because again, you cannot, he's the weakest of the bosses. If you stand still after an ability and let them get around you, they're just going to fucking rape you. It's prison style too. It's not fun. So you just got to come up, zap somebody real quick with a little, where he grabs them with the 2 hands, pull back, let some of them try to chase you, hit them with a rock throw, move around, don't get in the middle of them, but get to where you can kind of catch all 4, hit that fucking ability that zaps all 4 at once, if they're in the range, and then you stay hidden. Look for somebody to fucking pull aside. You got to keep moving too, because if you stand still, then you show up for them. So you just keep moving around in a circle, wait for one dude to pull out, hit him with a quick melee. Everybody comes rushing. At this point, you should have one of your circle ability back and rinse and repeat, man. Just keep fucking with them. Eventually, you're forcing them again. Even if you don't kill them, you're forcing them to use amulets, colas. Got to get them to use those resources up. Yeah. Shooting at you and missing. I think that this is probably, I'm with you, one of the first games for even the bug problems that they've had.
It's been
that
minor.
I haven't had issues.
Very minor.
It's been minor. The game is well balanced. Knock on some wood. Hopefully it stays that way when they start adding in new characters. Well, because here's the problem with, and almost every game does it, so it's not like I'm picking on anybody, but they always like to make the new DLC content overpowered.
Oh, of course.
And they do that just to get your money. And I just hope that they don't go crazy and fucking ruin the balance of the game where all of a sudden everybody's taking, let's say the new demon comes out. Everybody's taking that fucking new demon and nobody's fucking playing the other ones because this one's just so fucking incredible that everybody's buying it to play it. Same thing with a new character. Like, I don't want the new character to be so overpowered that every party has one of them maxed out. Like,
right.
But it probably is going to happen.
Of course.
The game I think you told me to check out, I think is on PS5 or PC only.
V Rising?
No, that wasn't it. Oh, was it you that mentioned Deathverse? Somebody had mentioned that.
Deathverse?
Yeah, you mentioned the V Rising, which is the vampire one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was just a beta, open beta test for the, like, it's over. I think. Let me check.
It's I don't have PS3 anyways.
No, it's PS4. PS4, PS5, and let's see here. Not recruiting participants. I didn't play it during the open beta, unfortunately, so I didn't get a taste of it. So I'm okay with not. It looks people with weapons with special powers. I have a feeling. I think I know what this game is like. I may still have it in my battle hunter arenas. Yeah. I got a feeling it's like this game. That's what it looks like, at least. Dude with a gun. I guess there's executions and stuff too.
I forgot, I'm looking at your stream, I can see you. That game, if I remember right, I played it and it was fucking terrible. Like, it was clunky. No, Hunter's Arena.
Oh yeah, it's.
It was clunky. It felt like it was geared for like pay to win. I'm trying to remember.
I wasn't a huge fan of it. I played it a little bit.
Yeah, I think I put like 2 hours into it and went, meh, not for me.
I mean, I invested some effort.
It was the same thing with Apex Legends. I played that for like 2-3 hours.
Like Apex.
Not for me either. I can see the appeal.
Yeah.
But not for me. All right, bro. I'm definitely getting off now. I'm still talking.
Take it easy,
I got a problem. Hey, you too, man. You have a good night.
Later on.
I'll be spotty here coming on, but if my days off are still Wednesday and Thursday, I'll probably be on late night those nights.
Okay.
And shit, so. But we'll definitely have to get together on another game. I'll definitely help you I love supporting people, so if you need somebody to play with another game to help your stream or whatever, I'm down. I'll get a few friends to try to subscribe to you too.
I'd appreciate it, man.
Probably never watch it, but I'll get them to at least subscribe.
I say you ain't got to watch the dumpster fires. The subs are greatly appreciated.
Oh, I actually can guarantee I can get you 2 more, actually. My girlfriend and her son sub. I'll throw that out there for you. Right, why not, man?
Thank you.
Get those numbers up.
Right. And I do still stand by that declaration: 1,000 subscribers and followers before or by the end of the year, and I will sit down and eat an entire box of those Juju Bean, whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, but you have to eat them one at a time.
Yeah.
Ready? I think you got to do it where every so often you spin the spinner, and then you grab one of the jelly beans, and you just go through the whole box that way. Hit the spinner, let it tell you which one you're picking, and then you pray that you get a good one. Yeah, you are.
Because if I eat them,
dude, I'm telling you, this shit was strong.
I'm probably gonna be
My girlfriend's a little cheater. Yeah. She squeezes them and smells. before she tries to put it in her mouth. I'm like, that's cheating.
That's dirty.
Right? I'm like, that's not fair. Russian roulette that. Oh, I now figured out this is how an old man trying to see shit. I now figured out how to look at your chat while I'm looking at your stream.
Yeah. Most time, the people that are watching my chat while I am watching while I'm streaming, I just turn your phone all the way down. You can keep it up, and that generally.
You can beat them with the wet end. You do beat them with the wet end, Corey. You do beat them with the wet end. That's exactly the end you beat them with, too.
I've never heard it called that before.
Well, you wrote puke and beat them with the wet end.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true. When you rip off the arm, you're hitting them with the bloody stump part.
It makes total sense.
Love the mind of Sam Raimi, who then went on to make Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, which weren't bad. It was the best Spider-Man Superman. It was one of the best superhero movies we had at the time when it came out.
I guess Polska ended his stream. Oh well. I'll catch him next time.
All right, brother. Well, you have a good night. Good night to your followers. And I'll hit you up on the flip side.
Take it easy, brother.
All right, officially going off.
Fire Slayer. When he starts streaming, show him some love and support. Shout out to everybody else who comes through.
Corey Slater.
Salty Lettuce. Corey
says,
Slater.
Only Spider-Man I saw. Take care all.
And, well, a Gnarly Burritos. Didn't see. What was it? Christian Zaferi. Thanks for coming through, brother. I'm not salty. Your name sounds familiar. I think I'm subscribed to you. I think I might have killed you in Fortnite if you play Fortnite. I'm not sure. I've seen the name Salty in there, so I could be wrong. Anyways, I will be back sometime tomorrow with maybe more of this. I may not be. It all depends on what happens, because that's why I don't have a set schedule. But definitely, I would like to get a group together for these 3 games. Evil Dead, Friday the 13th game, and Among Us. I would love to get a group together and we just take turns playing Jason and the Deadites, and naturally it's random roulette with this. And yeah, have some fun. Just reacting. Autistic Mr. Greenbone got the game. Wait. That's Friday the 13th. I love how it does that sometimes. Now it corrected itself. Anyways, thank you to those that are still subscribed and following. Your support has been greatly appreciated. Shout out to those that just recently subscribed and followed. Wow, yeah. I hope you stick around for the long run. And yeah, again, I stand by that declaration. 1,000 followers and subscribers before the end of the year, and I'll sit down and eat an entire box of those Harry Potter nasty flavored beans, where you may get something good and you may like dirty sock or dirty bandage or whatever. I think is the one that Far Slayer was talking about. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Let's see if we can make that happen, because that'd be interesting. I want to see if it can happen anyways. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm out of here. Y'all take it easy. That right there, just there's a lot in that. Anyways, thanks again everybody that hung out. I wish I could have caught Polska's stream. He's a pretty cool dude, especially when he's shitterbond. He's fucking hilarious. Yep. All right.